and then be guest heavy. Tate.
And that was
that was the next point one. Yeah.
I mean,
the rules, bud.
That's fine.
Oh man,
I wish I could suspend the fuck out of you right now.
Yeah, watch out for
The
shades,
one time
too,
you've
man.
ever actually gone to me too, like in a nice way.
I've gone to you every time.
I put some sunglasses on. I was like, hey, you know the rules, buddy.
Yeah.
I put my pinky up. It's next point. It's not immediate.
Okay, boom. Section 10, episode 587. It's been a really messed up like podcasting schedule because it's the off season for us, but it's the postseason. Tate,
Were you gonna say funky?
Oh my.
Jake, do you have it? Yeah.
Fuck
you're-
yeah!
Yeah, you're banked.
1-0, baby.
I got
Shout
my
out
eye
Sean
on T.
Palmer.
I got my eye on you, T.
Something's going on
Something's
with
up with
T.
T, and I don't know what it is,
Yeah.
but he's been acting different.
Acting a little sussy. What's up?
I think I'm just cooking. I think that's it.
All right.
Cooking. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I say
if you-
cooked.
if you say so. Yeah, so we've been live streaming every single day. People are like, where's the fucking pod? It's like, I mean, we're literally sitting on live for 10 plus hours a day, every single day. After the division series, that'll be much easier to podcast for both shows. The podcasting schedule for Section 10, do we know what we're going to do like moving forward?
I would assume we're doing the one night a week and then maybe
I
doing
wouldn't
2
assume that.
shows. I'm just saying for schedule.
We'll talk about it offline.
Yeah, we'll talk about it offline.
We'll talk about it offline. Yeah.
T, I think we agree. I think they probably don't. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, it'll be 2 episodes a week regardless.
Yeah.
I know that people were wondering if it was going to be 1 or 2. It'll be 2. You'll get your 2 episodes of Section 10 moving forward a week. But I mean, it was just kind of fucking impossible. Like when you're in the wild card series and then the division series, there's too many games. There's too many content opportunities. And we're not trying to neglect the podcast or anything. But I mean, shit, we can't like, also we have to like line up people's schedules. Like T's working during the day. We're streaming at night. We would basically have to start the podcast at 12:30 in the morning and then go until God knows what time. So this was like the first window, like the Phillies and Dodgers game 4 or game 3.
Game 3.
Game 3
Still
is
going
happening
on.
right
Yep.
now. Yeah. So we had to like stop the stream to do this. But either way, we did a podcast the night that the Red Sox were eliminated. We did not have Steve on that podcast because he was in New York causing the series loss. Do you have anything to say about that, Steve?
No. We were there to get content and we documented 2
And you
losses.
cost the Red Sox the season.
And I don't know if we're going to go that far, but no, the Red Sox really let us down. And it's unfortunate because I had a good time with Mikey. I think we made the most of the situation, but them losing both games sucks. I know you guys already talked about the games, but I still can't believe that ball was dropped in center. Can't believe the ball was dropped in left field in game 2. And
Coley just almost had a
I know. He's like, don't talk about my guy. But yeah, I don't know. This whole feeling sucks. I feel like a lot of people listening probably agree. You guys probably agree. It's felt like a consistent hangover since the season's ended. I haven't really wanted to talk Sox that much, if I'm being fully honest, in terms of like moving forward. T, I've seen your tweets and obviously you get very involved in the offseason. And
The Luis Perales Arizona Fall League videos haven't been doing anything for you, Steve?
They don't do much for me, but Tyler, I'll always appreciate how much you care even every second of the offseason. I think you had a Christian Campbell video where you're like, this has me fired up. And I'm like, T, this season just ended. We gotta let this sit for a little bit. But no, I've kind of been in that hungover state, I would say, for the last 5-6 days. And it helps that the Yankees are dead.
Coley, are you muted? What's going on there?
Oh, he is.
Coley.
Yeah, I can't hear Coley.
Can't hear Coley.
I'm not seeing the mic muted on his thing, though.
No.
Not good.
Unless his mic's not connected or something.
He looks concerned. Oh, no, he just
It
pointed.
might be us.
no.
Is it us?
Oh.
All right, that'll do.
Anyways, all right, T. So
What? Oh, T, what's up, T?
Thank you.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Fuck the Arizona Fall League. Like, in all honesty, I've never seen such pathetic camera work. Like, it is 2025. You're a multi-billion-dollar operation. You are one of the biggest leagues in the entire world.
The Arizona Fall League is a million.
No, it's Major League Baseball.
They might be a
Major League
multi-dollar
Baseball.
operation.
Yeah.
We can't get better fucking video cameras down there so we can at least see.
Priest.
Listen, we
I'm glad
deal with
he's
it in the
saying
minor
it.
leagues.
We were going to get to this.
Yeah, this was the first topic.
You deal with it in the minor leagues where it's already fucking garbage. You can't just have a camera that works. The exposure's through the fucking roof. I'm going blind. I'm going blind trying to watch these games.
Right.
Yeah. All right, that'll do it. Yeah.
Yep.
It's
Totally
because my
final thoughts?
fucking mic's right there. You have my mic still. So
That's true.
Riverside was looking for that, despite my system mic being set to the fucking this.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
This reminds me of the Underdog Fantasy app. It is the easiest place to play fantasy sports. We're playing our pick'ems every single day here on the Underdog Fantasy app through the postseason. Playing their pick'em game is as simple as selecting higher or lower on player stats like strikeouts, total bases, home runs, and so much more. Make sure you sign up with the promo code Jared. That's JARED to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash and a special pick on Underdog. That's Underdog Fantasy promo code Jared. So I think I just feel relieved that the Yankees are out because it's almost like, I don't know, like, so I texted KFC after the game and I was just like, another year. And it's like, yeah, like, I don't know. I don't know where you guys are at on it. I mean, I think it's the fact that the Yankees eliminated the Red Sox that I had a little bit more vested interest in them not making it any farther in the postseason, or wanting to see them not move that far past the Red Sox or anything like that. But I don't know. Like, I think our celebration after they were eliminated was pretty reserved.
Yeah.
Like, I think, Yankee fans will probably sit there and be like, oh, you care about the Yankees losing more than you care about the Red Sox winning. That's not true. I mean, like, look at our excitement in game one of the wild card season. And then look how, like, we were just like, yeah, like when they got eliminated, it was just like, all right, now that's over. Now we can kind of just enjoy the postseason.
But even Yankee fans, I think, have realized and they know everybody's laughing at them. Like, it's just become kind of part of their identity. When you have people who are turning 16 years old and getting licenses that have never actually enjoyed a World Series Yankees team, they've never been able to go through those emotions and feel those kind of things. You have Vladdy Guerrero on there doing the Yankees lose.
Very
like,
funny.
this is such a fucking massive thing that's carried on year after year that, as much as Yankee fans, they used to cite the 27 rings and you can cite it was a bad stretch or whatever it may be. It's really not that anymore. 16 years of this kind of hanging over your franchise. They feel it. They fear it. I feel like even when you were watching like the live streams of Yankees fans, you're seeing it on their face that they're like, fuck, man, another year. Like another year, we're going to have to listen to this bullshit and deal with it. Like they know it's not even something you can run from or throw away anymore.
Sure.
I do think they were getting all the comments in on our videos while they could, knowing that
definitely.
the Jays are probably going to knock them out. And it's like
last night, it was, I mean,
it was still flooding in.
Oh my God. Like the nasty stuff that I was tweeted last night. And I feel like in years past, I've been way more ruthless. I feel like I kind of just kept it to baseball this year. And the tweets that I got did not match the vibe. I was just like, yeah, Vladdy grand slam. And it's like, kill yourself, you fucking gay slur, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what? Like, yeah, it's not, for me at least, it's much less the Red Sox Yankees rivalry and more so like these people don't deserve to celebrate success. They're just fucking vile human beings on the internet.
It's gotten crazy, honestly, at this point. And from the experience Mikey and I had at Yankee Stadium, it's so much different than it used to be. Like the old Yankee Stadium, I know we've talked about the difference before, but going there for the 04 ALCS, like you kind of feared for your life a little bit. Like it really got scary there, getting like change thrown at us and people genuinely hating you and wanting to like hurt you. And I didn't feel that at all now. Like even then, you know, when Mikey and I are leaving and the Red Sox got eliminated, we didn't really even get chirped. I mean, we waited for a little bit so that it would kind of, you know, the masses would leave the park. But there's this one kid that tried to get a chirp out and he couldn't even get it. I was just like, well, have a safe trip home, man. And I'm like that's kind of where we're at now, where it's not. And I'm not even fully blaming them because when you don't have the ammo, you can't really say it with your chest out. You can't be cocky because if you asked your average Yankee fan, is this team going to win the World Series? They probably would say no. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, knocking the Red Sox out has value, but it had been, 22 years since the Sox had lost to the Yankees in the playoffs. If you told me that when Boone hit that homer, I would not have believed you at all. T, to your point with the 16-year-old thing, I always think you don't start remembering things until you're like 5 or 6 years old. So you can be legal to drink now and have no memory of the Yankees winning the World Series. That is absurd that we're at that point now.
It's the school bully like that gets knocked out one time and everyone's like, oh, he's not that scary anymore. Except we've watched the bully get knocked out 16 times in a row. It's like Chuck Liddell like went from like this UFC fighter that could eat any punch, and then all of a sudden his chin was glass. And you're like, oh no, they're gonna find a way to lose. They're gonna find a way to fold every time. And I think that's what Yankees fans feel, even with Aaron Judge having, a nice little moment, last night, whatever it may be. Good for him. Like, for a guy of that caliber, it's not going to mean anything until he leads them on a World Series run and does something like that. So great, you can help your Aaron Judge narratives. But if that's what that organization is clinging to at this point in time, you just laugh at it. That's what it is. Yeah,
I wholly reject everything The Athletic did this morning. That was like the most disgusting propaganda I've ever. He just played in the World Series last year and was dog shit. He was dropping routine pop flies for no reason.
Hell, in the wild card, he wasn't fucking going full effort, and we were taking advantage of it. Nick Sogard getting to second base.
I do believe he was injured. Like, I do think he, like, we know he's injured, but like more so than he was letting on. And like, I don't know, like J-Habe dropped the nug on JTN tonight. It was just like, this was the exact opposite of his Cleveland series a few years ago in the same round where he was out hit by IKF. Like, that just happened. So to pretend like he doesn't have a mountain of failure on every side of him outside of that game, really, I don't give a fuck about the singles he hit in the other games. Like, what they have to, Yankee fans have to pretend like singles matter, because otherwise Derek Jeter's whole career goes away at the same time. Like that was the most Jeter-ass series I've ever seen from Aaron Judge. And people were pretending like, oh, he reinvented baseball. What the fuck are you talking about?
And I love D-Row on MLB Network. I think he's incredible. The breakdowns are all great, but he had one on Judge this morning. And he was like, oh, and everyone's trying to say all he's doing is hitting singles. All he was doing is hitting singles. It's not like we're just trying to say that and making that up. Like, yeah, he had the home run. I mean, credit to him for the bomb, just because, like, how the hell did he keep that fair? I have no idea how he did that. 100, on the inside with movement. That was nuts. But it's Aaron Judge. Like, he better hit homers. Like, why else is he on the team if he's not hitting home runs in the postseason? That's why they pay him.
That bases loaded moment between him and Kevin Gausman, like, that's the kind of moment that could have flipped the entire series and where it went from the start. And he wasn't able to come through. So it's cool that you come back later and you're able to extend the series and do it again. But at the start of the series, when you could have kind of set the tone and sent that message game one, you weren't able to do it. And at that point, the Blue Jays ran with it and they were able to get up 2-0 on you. And at that point, it's hard to come back.
Right. And Stanton was
crazy.
Hand up. You know what I mean? The 1 year,
you weren't wrong, though. Your logic was right. I mean, I was scared of him.
For sure, you get scared, but he literally did nothing the entire play, even against us, against the Blue Jays. Like, he was Aaron Judge for the most part. Like, one single, that was it. I don't remember a single other thing.
This was their 8th season with Stanton and Judge together, and they have no championships to show for it. Like, when they try, do you remember
the pod we did? I remember the pod we did.
We were not even the pod, the night. Like, we were together at Villy T that night, and we were there until 4:00 in the morning. And it was the night that, like, I think they traded for, like, the news broke at like 7:00 in the morning, but we were at the bar until 4 a.m. just dreading it. And I was like, if the Yankees get Stanton on top of already having Aaron Judge, like, what the fuck? And it's been 8 seasons and nothing, one World Series appearance to show for it. That's it.
What did I tell you in that moment? I wasn't at the tavern, but what did I tell you the next day I saw you?
I don't remember.
Just go get JD and it doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah.
And that's exactly what happened. They went and got the better player, and it didn't matter.
But I mean, JD's not stopping Judge and Stanton right now.
No, they're very stoppable by everyone. They just lost to the fucking Blue Jays. And, like, I can't take too much pride in this because the Yankees just a bad Yankees team just walked you out of the postseason. And that's embarrassing. Like, that Yankees team did suck. And
that's a different conversation.
And we can say hospital Sox, but like, they didn't have Garrett Cole. Like, you can make the argument both ways.
Sure. I mean, I made that argument in September and everyone told me to shut up. So I don't really want to hear it now.
Me?
No, the whole fan base. Always so negative. So no, I was very correct. That's all. That's it. Like, yeah, it was bad. I said, like, going to the playoffs and losing to the Yankees was a stupid idea. And it was always what was going to happen. I didn't know the way it was going to happen, how much worse and embarrassing it would be, but it happened. So it's like, I can't talk. I'm very happy for Vladdy. Like, he hates the Yankees as much as Red Sox fans should.
Anybody, yeah.
Like, that's where the Cam Schlittler thing is so fucking strange to me. Like, you want to pretend you're from here, but you're confused why we hate the Yankees? Like, what? Did you just come here from a different planet? You fucking Momo? Like, what are you talking about, dude? What do you mean? Why do we hate the Yankees? I don't give a fuck that you're from Walpole, dude. If you gave me a blank map of Massachusetts, I only now could identify where it is because of you. I don't understand anything he was talking about. When you're enjoy the Bruins season, what a non-Massachusetts thing to say, like especially Boston thing to say when the Patriots are playing the Bills that fucking weekend. What are you talking about? This is the strangest guy I've ever seen in my life. I've never been more confused by a human being.
He sucks.
Jared?
It didn't really occur to me right now in getting eliminated by the Yankees that it is a little bit more embarrassing that they didn't have Garrett Cole. I mean, not that would have been
Clark
an issue
Schmidt, too.
because the Red Sox have owned Garrett Cole ever since he became a Yankee. But I mean,
Devers has.
I was about to say we lost Rafael Devers.
yeah.
Garrett
The
Cole
Cole thing wasn't really mentioned
ass.
much over the course of the season, which was interesting.
I didn't hear his name once on the
No.
broadcast that I can recall.
He was throwing on the field today. A lot of the Yankees fans were posting like him working. You know, he's getting to the offseason now, but he's obviously 6 months removed from Tommy John, 7 months. So he's starting his throwing program.
Yeah.
I think the other thing, like with Judge too, it's like next year he turns 34 in April, and you start like thinking about the Red Sox roster. Right now, he'd be the 5th oldest guy on the team. Rob Refsnyder's 34, Steven Matt's 34,
He's
Hendricks
80.
36, Chapman
he's
37, and
I was gonna
Wilson
say,
37.
It's all relievers. Like that's
3 of them are gone. Or 4. No, Refsnyder's a free agent. Matt's is a free agent. Hendricks is going to be a free agent. And Wilson's a free agent. So right now, if you put Aaron Judge
just
on the
Chapman.
team, he'd be the 2nd oldest player on the Red Sox.
and like
Like,
comfortably oldest position player because
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
Bregman and
2
Story
years
are
younger.
technically free agents. Like maybe.
That feels weird in my head to think Trevor Story's 2 years younger than Aaron Judge. Doesn't that
I feel like
weird?
Trevor Story's older than me. Well, he just seems like such a dad and so responsible. It's like he's got to be older than me. But
His
Or-
body is
technically a
probably
year.
older. Like his
Yeah.
body's probably older than Judge's just due to the amount of injuries he's sustained. But
I know I've
Judge,
mentioned it on the show before, but it's like there's a very probable chance that Aaron Judge goes 16 years with the Yankees and doesn't get a ring. Like that is
probably
really crazy. It's highly probable at this point.
Buddy, you've been on a show with a guy who told you this for 8 years now. Like it's not probable. He's
That's
not
just gonna
going to win
happen.
one.
No, I know. I get that. But
Cole
it's just
was on
like,
this 8 seasons.
Oh, of course. But it's like, if
He's a
you really
loser.
sit down and think about it, that's crazy.
There's
Like, that's
no like
absolutely crazy.
he's going to walk into the Hall of Fame and like what hat should he wear? It should just have an L on it. It should be Xander doing this on his hat. Like it's not his fault. Like I don't know well, I do know what he did, and it is his fault. I don't know why I said that. Like if he didn't do the boombox shit, he probably is like, I don't know, 3 right now.
Yeah, Schwarber's about to hit another one, I bet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Schwarber, not a loser. Like
Future
there are
Red
just
Sox,
certain
big
guys
winner.
that are losers.
Yeah.
Safe to say this is going for
Yeah, I bet you
the Powder Blues.
I bet you he cranks one right here.
Is it bigger than the first one?
If
I don't
if Judge gets one, it'll be like Kershaw's, like where he's like the 26th guy on the roster at age 40. Like it's not going to be an earned ring.
I'd be so pissed if it was that. Obviously,
It'd be
at that
like
point, you're
George
rooting for the whole
Lombard
career to
Jr.
win thing.
like carrying them to a World Series, and Aaron Judge is hanging on with his fucking last hand. Platoon player.
Anyways, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of it's a weird feeling, I guess. Like I don't know. Did I think I'd be more fired up that the Yankees lost? I would.
It's relieved, right?
I would prefer that the Red Sox had done it,
Did it.
and
Yeah.
I think it's the fact that they should have. Obviously, like, I don't look at Game 3 and be like, "Oh, the Red Sox should have won." Like, no, like they absolutely should not have won Game 3.
The way
but they
Cora managed
absolutely
Game
should
2
have
told
won
you.
Game 2. It should have been a 2-game sweep of the Yankees. And then I don't even know that I like the Red Sox chances against the Blue Jays.
No.
Hell no.
We would have. We would have picked them, A, because we're Red Sox fans, but we were saying after game 1, like, hey, the Blue Jays didn't look hot in September. And that would have been like we would have lost every game at 12-0. Like it would have been a bloodbath.
We would have picked them, but
Shit.
I also don't think we would have been like mega confident about it. I mean,
I
who's
think we would've
pitching
been
those
like-
games? Like, what are the probables for that?
Crochet.
After-
You would have done the same thing you did for that. Oh, Crochet's just going to win 1. So we only got to win 2 games, really. Like that. Bayo, we're not worried about as much as him versus the Yankees versus Toronto. Like, I think we would have easily talked ourselves into how that one goes.
I just think that the second that Game 3 came about, obviously losing Game 2 the way the Red Sox did, I can't remember one game mattering that much in terms of how we would look at the season as a whole, like throughout the offseason. Take like World Series out of it and all that. It's like, this is such a swing game here, considering the teams that are involved and the fact the Red Sox lost. And this is maybe a loser take that if they had won, it's like everything else is cake. I think we can all agree, like anything else after that.
That's how I would have felt.
If they had knocked the Yankees out, it's like, okay, that's all that really matters. Yeah. And even now, I don't even feel that bad. Like, it's like, what, you made the playoffs. Obviously, you want to do more than that. Coley, I get where you stood on the whole thing, but it's like,
no, it's, I mean, I had said it, I think at the live show, like if before the live show, but while we were together, like if they win this series, like I'll get completely off the playoff thing no matter what happens after that. My whole point was I didn't want it to be Cavs Celtics when we were the 8th seed, and it was Cavs Celtics, except the Cavs were also like the 7th seed that did it to us. Like that's where it was just like, I don't need that in my, like, again, none of the young guys outside of Crochet got incredibly valuable season early. Pushing it as many innings. Maybe like it was a good performance for him, but it's like, where does he factor in as much as you hope Roman does? No. Does he factor in as much as you hope Marcelo does? No. Does he factor in as much as you hope Campbell does? Not
but
really.
Like
a lot of the younger
guys,
sure, yeah, like no, like for sure. But in terms of like your core moving forward, it was just Crochet that got that taste, and it was no one else. So that's where it's like I can't even be like, they weren't even at the stadium. Like Duran wasn't 21. Like they weren't even physically there. That's where it's like they didn't. Totally, maybe like maybe.
I don't think it's going to hurt any of these guys though. That's where I like the alternative of
sure,
not
it's not
making
helping
the
main guys is what I'm saying. Like they just don't get any benefit.
I get it, but it's still for the guys that they're going to be playing with, for the organization, for the vibes around the team that you wear on your chest. Like it matters.
I mean,
and how that team responds.
This
offseason.
My whole thing all along was I just want them to get there so they can experience the excitement of making it. Like the Willier, I'm so excited clip was great.
That matters.
But
that matters for sure.
That matters so that you can taste that. But also when you get eliminated by the Yankees to feel that pain so that you want to get back and be better. But the whole thing is Roman was in fucking Fort Myers.
Right.
You know, like
so
he was
Campbell,
there for the celebration. Yeah.
So is Perales.
But are we worried about Roman? And like, I think when Roman has his first playoff games, he's going to be fine.
But
it's not a worry thing. It's just, if this was going to be a non-World Series year, like I don't want this to be, in 3 years, it's time to go. Like with him, it needs to be immediate. And I just don't know that we gained that. So it sucks. It was just unfortunate like that. That's why I'm not really in mourning. Like you were just saying, it's because when Roman went down, it was like, well, that's the end of that chapter.
I also think just when you looked at a longer series, the minute Giolito went down too, it was like, all right, you don't even have enough starting pitching to make it through a 5-game series. Never mind.
That's exactly the moment when Giolito went down. I know that everyone's like, well, early gives you a better chance than whatever Giolito was featuring in his last outing. Fine, if that's your take. But the second that he went down, that's when I shifted my take to this series against the Yankees is your World Series. It's a best of 3. You only have to win 2. You wouldn't even need a Giolito if you just took care of business in game 2. So yeah, like everything after that would have just been like, whatever. You know, you eliminated the Yankees, you stopped them from winning a championship, and then you can kind of just die in peace.
It is the history that we have with the Yankees, and obviously us growing up. I know T, you're a little bit younger, you remind us all the time, but like obviously those series, everything was on the line, and whoever won you felt like was going to have a damn good chance of winning the World Series. I will say the feelings of being at House of Blues, which was incredible. I'll always cherish that. Yankee fans try to bring that down because of how it aged and all that. That will still be one of the greatest moments in second gen history. Mm-hmm. The Red Sox losing that series, it doesn't carry the same way. It blows. Trust me. Don't get me wrong. It blows. But being a wild card series and neither team genuinely being expected to win a World Series, it does feel just weird. Because you're so used to everything being on the line. And if we can just get past them, then who are we going to fear? It's like the team that's next. And then you'd fear the Mariners and you'd fear the Dodgers. And you go down the list. It's like, yeah, you're going to fear all the teams you face after that. So it gives you this, I don't know, it's an awkward feeling. I don't really know how I feel. I've never really had this feeling in the off season. I don't know about you guys, but like I can't compare this to other off seasons that we've gone into because I'm not like super pissed. But obviously, we're not pleased. We're not feeling it.
I'm pretty pissed with how they handled this. Like, they did it to themselves, especially how they lost.
The course of how they got there, sure. But, like, the basis of the result, I'm not like, fuck. Yeah. Like, the second Roman went down, I think we all equally kind of looked at it the same. Of like, well, okay.
Yeah, but that was like compounded by the fact that you removed your other best hitter for no reason.
And
like
a bad deadline, all this stuff. We know all this stuff.
Yeah, which was because like that led to the bad deadline. If you don't do that, your bad deadline isn't as bad because you don't trade for Jordan Hicks or Dustin. Like those guys just aren't even part of the equation. So yeah, it was like I saw Castillo went in on Breslow in the deadline, which it's like good. I don't know that he should be let off the hook with the amount of shit he was talking immediately. And it sucks. It was very self-inflicted. So yeah, I don't disagree. Like that team had no shot. That didn't have to be the team. They made that the team.
I think that's why when you talk about what this year was, like it was a step in the right direction. And in their end of season press conference, Sam Kennedy fucking spammed that thing. Anytime he could drop that line, that was the one over and over again. I think he was very wary of, labeling it as anything more. Hey,
step in the right direction.
Yes. That's what it was. We're making progress. Like it was not overly victory lap, which it felt like when they clinched the playoff spot, you started getting a little bit of that where they were kind of talking about some of the moves they had to make during the season and the Rafael Devers trade and all that. But I think that's why you're seeing them where they're like acknowledging, yeah, this year is better than what the last 3 years were, where we weren't a playoff team. But
what a bar!
you for sure.
No, they're moving the goalposts like crazy.
Yeah, you for sure, damaged yourself in certain ways this year. But I think you can also be realistic and realize the Red Sox arrow is really pointing up. At least long term, if they do what they need to do this offseason.
Long term, we're going to talk about the offseason a lot. The people rushing to spend that money on obvious bad ideas is blowing my mind. Blowing my mind.
Alonso?
Smart people. We went into last offseason needing Pete Alonso. No one wanted him. Why, T? Do you remember why?
Pete Alonso at that time? Was it
his bat speed
Triston
fell
Casas?
off a cliff. No, it was bat speed. His bat speed fell off a fucking cliff last year.
Yeah,
and obviously
his
he was
overall
better this year.
metrics were pretty not
But he
great
continues
last year.
to age. Like, I understand he had a bounce back year and a contract year. I don't know that I'm rushing. He is right-handed. I get it. If the idea to trade Rafael Devers was to sign Pete Alonso, I need everyone fired. Everyone involved with that decision.
Yeah, that definitely would not be the decision I made. But even just looking at 2024, so bat speed, he was 90th percentile last year. 2023, he was 92nd, and in 2025, he was
that was not bad.
91st.
So maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was exit.
He's still one of the worst defensive first basemen.
Yeah, and I think that's a major thing when you talk about, while Pete Alonso makes a lot of sense offensively, Breslow highlighted the defense being something that needs to be fixed. How much is he really fixing it if you put it at first base? And that's going to be kind of the game you play, right? Like Triston Casas is a horrendous defender as well. So
sure, but when he comes back, you reinvent the Massa problem again. Like no matter what, like you're still clogging. If they can't tell me they want positional versatility and then continue to sign guys who only play one position. And not well
it's the
either.
same for the Kyle Schwarber conversation, even more so. Like Kyle Schwarber hasn't played first base since he left Boston, so it's left field or nothing, and he would never touch the outfield grass here as long as your outfielders are healthy.
It'd be an upgrade defensively.
But that's where you're going to be. Maybe you're willing to, take Pete Alonso in for a year, and you tell him, hey, you're going to play first base to start the year.
Oh.
Triston Casas, you go to DH, and we're going to let you stay off your feet for the most part. Just worry about hitting as you build back up. And then they're willing to trade Casas at the deadline or over the offseason. I don't know. Breslow was very non-committal, but that is an option. It's a pathway.
But why would you trade especially if it's a 1-year deal? I don't give a fuck who there's no bad 1-year deals.
I don't think it'd be a 1-year deal for Pete Alonso.
Well, you just said it would.
No, I didn't.
He just said you bring him in a 1-year deal, right?
I missed that.
Yeah, I didn't hear that.
No.
I heard 1-year deal. Anyway, trading Casas, the younger first baseman, if he comes back healthy for an older first baseman, is like that feels insane too.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you, but if it's more one of those things where the manager's not a big fan of the player and you're looking to get value because you're worried maybe his body isn't going to hold up over time, those are options. If Casas hits the way that Craig Breslow talked about it a year ago, where he was a 40 home run guy, 120 RBI guy, obviously you're not trading that guy in the middle of a postseason push. But it's a chance to reestablish value.
That would be crazy.
40 home runs?
At this point, yeah.
I still think Triston Casas can be a very good major league hitter, yes.
That's not what I asked.
That didn't answer the question.
40 home runs. Do I think he can get to 40?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he can get to 40 homers, yes.
Over how many games?
This year's story with
I would need a full season.
Oh, in a year? That's crazy.
Yeah, I would need 160.
I thought you were like over
games.
The rest of his career.
Over the course of the rest of his career. Going to get to 40?
No, I think if he taps into what he did from a couple of years ago, sure. But that's a big if, and it's not something you should depend on going into next year.
It's a huge if.
Did Devers ever hit 40?
No.
Yeah,
I
Devers is maxed out at 38.
Yeah, I can't give that to Casas. Like mid 30s, I'd be over the moon.
I mean, on this team, getting over 30 is crazy.
If he hits 25 to 30, you're thrilled. Like I think 40.
Sure.
We can talk what 40 is, but
40 would be a 100th percentile outcome for a season that I just don't know is on the table, and that's not a shot. No,
it's a conversation. You have to have it. I don't think
I don't even really care so much about the home runs for Casas. Like, can he be a 120 OPS plus? Like, can he be that?
400 on base.
Still a 118 OPS plus for his career, 800 OPS.
Okay, but like it's mostly years past. Like
800 OPS in 2024, 856 in 2023, 580 in 29 games last year.
We'll see. I just don't think that job is going to be promised to him.
No,
it's not.
Already said it isn't.
Yeah, it definitely isn't.
Shouldn't be.
Yeah, options. He's got to have an option left.
Yeah, definitely. I think best case scenario, he starts next year in Worcester. Maybe needs a couple weeks to start the year, like before he's even playing a game, and let him go down there and find himself and get going and find his swing. And then, hey, if he starts raking, you have a great problem on your hands. I think that's the best case scenario.
Yeah, I agree.
Best case scenario, Christian Campbell's forcing his way onto the roster, and you're factoring him in a major way to the outfield picture and all that. So
Casas has a need. Casas has options, but for me, there's only one option when I'm reaching for an ice cold beer, and that's Blue Moon.
Yeah,
Blue Moon non-alcoholic tastes just like the original Blue Moon Belgian White, but without the booze and the buzz. And for those overly inquisitive friends asking, why aren't you drinking? Blue Moon's got you with answers printed right on the can. With 23 total answers, Blue Moon non-alcoholic never leaves you without a comeback. Actually, I hate that when I'm like, it's like, oh, why aren't you drinking tonight? Oh, because I'm drinking Blue Moon non-alcoholic. Is that an issue with you? No problem. Inspired by the beer you already love and available year-round, a Belgian White, Belgian-style wheat brew that tastes like drinking, even if it's not. Answer the inevitable why no alcohol with comebacks on demand right on the can. Crafted with Valencia orange peel and coriander. Tastes balanced and refreshing. Find a 6-pack of Blue Moon non-alcoholic available nationwide by visiting get.bluemoonbeer.com/Jared for delivery options. That is get.bluemoonbeer.com/Jared. Blue Moon, made brighter. Celebrate responsibly. Blue Moon Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Non-alcoholic malt beverage, contains less than 0.5% alcohol per volume.
Suck one.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's so weird. Like, we've done this podcast for so many years, but every year when the season just comes to an abrupt halt, I'm like, wait, how do we do this again?
Yeah, it's honestly, I was even looking at my notes. I'm like, these are all over this doesn't even make any sense. I got no weather, no preview, like no MVP. It's weird.
This space, like the last couple years, I feel like the end of season presser has been important because we're looking for like a shift in tone. We're looking for like, oh, this is the moment everything flipped. Like Sam Kennedy came out different, or you're getting like a massive change on the coaching staff or something like that, or the CBO position. Like, do you have an update? Who's replacing Chaim Bloom? It's really not that at this point in time. It's like, all right, things, were deemed successful this year. Now it's about building on that. You're not getting that same kind of like craziness going into that end of season presser. So you have it and you're like, all right, yeah, that's basically what I assumed we were going to hear. Now we just have to wait 3 more weeks until anything happens.
Well, the biggest thing now too, like to that point about there's going to be no major change. The biggest offseason story is going to be bringing back a guy that was already here. Like that's going to be the biggest narrative is the Bregman stuff. And I still don't like, I find it odd that there's no report. Like there's so much reporting on whether or not Alex Bregman was going to opt out and what that's going to look like. But there's crickets on story still. I mean, we're 2 weeks away from the World Series. He would have to opt out right after that.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
I feel pretty confident he's not opting out.
Wouldn't you say that though, if you weren't going to do it? Like your numbers aren't going to change at this point.
Wouldn't we have probably heard something if it was on the table, or was something he was heavily considering?
It's not like Bregman has spoken publicly about it.
But we got the Mark Feinstein report, right? That it was a near certainty, right. I believe was the framing of it. Rob Bradford seemingly put out something that was a little more closer to like, there's people in the organization that think there's a chance that he might not opt out. But on Trevor Story, I don't know. To me, I feel like most teams are really, every team probably doesn't view him as a shortstop. And I think that significantly hinders his value for him long term. But I think for the Red Sox, even like, I was thinking through this in my head, man, if you move Marcelo Meyer to shortstop, that is so complicated because then you need another guy who can play shortstop against lefties that you're comfortable with, that can go out there and do it. And it doesn't seem like they love shifting that spot around. That's why Trevor Story was playing the Jarren Duran role, everyday guy this year. Like, it's not like Romy can like shadow there. You know what I mean?
No, I think regardless, they need to be bringing in someone who can play shortstop. My fear remains they think David Hamilton can do it, which doesn't help you left platoon like you're talking about with Marcelo. But Story just had his first like full year. Reminder: the first 3 years in Boston, he played 163 games. He played
how much David Hamilton do they need to see before they're like, this is just who he is?
Enough to make up for Luis
Castillo. Seen enough.
He's kind of what Duran post 22. Like now he had value last offseason. He has no value on a trade right now. Like Casas probably has the same value as he does right now. And they both are Jordan Hicks, Massa, like none of those guys. Massa probably is the most trade value out of those guys at the moment. So yeah, David Hamilton's here for sure.
We kept talking about Nick Castellanos' future as he's standing at the plate right now. And I mean, is that the only way to? I wouldn't make this trade.
I would quit being a Red Sox fan if they signed Nick Castellanos.
No. He's signed for next year. They're both getting paid the same, but he's right-handed.
Nope.
Yeah, no.
I'm out. Clubhouse cancer. Don't need it.
Is he a clubhouse cancer?
After that Rob Thompson shit he pulled a week outside of the playoffs,
it wasn't
bitching
great
about communication. Go fuck yourself, dude.
It wasn't great. Castellanos,
for years.
I mean, he's kind of always been outspoken, and I think he's kind of always he's like CeCe. He's got some dick in him.
Bro, you got an 88 OPS plus this season. Shut the fuck up. Genuinely, I don't need to hear it, bro. You have not been that guy for some time.
I'm not advocating for it. I'm just saying, like, if they really want to trade Massa, I feel like it's going to have to be like for another similar.
No, it's going to be like Sonny Gray or whoever or Nolan Arenado. Like, I'm saying it's going to be Heim, whatever contract he's going to give us back. I think those are the only two contracts.
Those are the two. Nick Castellanos, Nolan Arenado. I'm out.
How much money does Contreras have left? Because they were flirting with trading him last offseason before he was like, I'm not going anywhere.
That could get me going.
At that point, you just keep Massa. He's the best option out of those guys.
Yeah. 18 million for 26, 18.5 for 27, and then a 17.5 team option for 2028.
So it's kind of the same. The money's kind of the same. So it'd have to be Massa and prospects.
Just a much better hitter.
Much better. Yeah, much better.
Yeah.
I was hoping he made more.
Yeah. I do think like the Sonny Gray thing, that contract is so backloaded, but maybe you're saying, hey, instead of having that on the books for 1 year, you get Yoshida spread out over 2, and that's kind of your reasoning for it.
I remember pitching that last offseason, doing Yoshida when Sonny Gray had more years left, and he was fine this year, wasn't he?
Yeah, the ERA is over 4, but the FIP was magnificent. It was like 3.3, I want to say. Yeah, 3.39 FIP, 4.28 ERA. He struck out 10, 1.9 walk per 9. He'll be 36 next year, though.
He will, but I mean,
Contreras?
No, Sonny Gray.
Oh, I was gonna say, Jesus Christ, time flies, huh?
For a 1 year deal, I'd be completely fine with that. It can't be your number 2 that you go out and get, like obviously, but if you're just adding him for 1 year, I'm fine with that.
It is like, I'm just glad we're at the point where Yoshida would have value to some teams. I mean, it took a while to get to that point. Even earlier in the season, looking at Trevor Story, you would have been like, opt out? Yeah, okay. Yeah, Trevor Story's going to opt out. All right, man, that sounds great. I think we laughed about that on this show. But that's a fair possibility, and Masataka Yoshida being desired by other teams could be the case.
Desired is a strong word.
Not to like, desired is a strong word, but still like considered. We'll say considered. That getting to that point, I think, is something I would have never factored in during the course of the season.
You're not getting hung up on. if he's dangled.
No.
They need to grow up and attach a prospect or eat some money. And they haven't been willing to do that for 2 years in a row. At this point in time, get over yourself and do it. The flexibility will give you the option to do what you need to do.
Okay, well, let me ask you this, T, because, I mean, Coley.
If the Red Sox simply hadn't made one trade, you can figure out which one I'm talking about. You could have traded this offseason Yoshida for Jordan Hicks straight up.
To be fair, if that guy was still on the roster, Yoshida probably doesn't play a game on the 2025 Boston Red Sox.
I don't know. They were pretty hurt. Like, they had him with the first base glove.
Well, all right. So the question I was going to ask you, T, but when Rafael Devers was still here and Bregman was going to be coming in, you could see the reasoning why the Red Sox would be motivated to trade Yoshida. What's the motivation now? Like just to free up DH?
Yeah, as long as you want some versatility there and you don't feel like you have to platoon that spot, which they
were
doing for a majority of the September. And I think it's also when you're talking some of these
to
free
give
agent
who
options.
More at bats though.
Would it be if you go and try to get a Kyle Schwarber? And I think the Phillies are going to throw a ridiculous amount of money at him.
But that's not versatility. You're just getting... I mean, I agree. I would rather have Schwarber than Yoshida, but...
As you're considering improvement options, that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying there's like a clear
It's not
pathway.
a versatility thing. It's just we want to upgrade. We need more offense.
I think it gives you a world to only trade one of your outfielders and get Campbell in the mix. And then it's like Willier gets a day, Campbell gets a day, Cedon can get a day here and there. Romans hopefully isn't getting any days, but I think you're using that fourth outfield spot a little differently. And now you're not trying to trade Jaron and Willier or something, or Cedon, like we know teams were calling on him.
Which is what Craig Breslow said. He wants the versatility in that DH spot, which I think is where, and everyone's been talking about. It's like we can talk Alonso and Schwarber. It's just their words and how they've talked about things don't line up super well with that. Besides Craig Breslow saying in the end of season press conference, like, look at all these other teams. They hit homers. Like, that's something we know we didn't do very well. They were 15th in homers overall for the season, 23rd after the Rafael Devers trade. So like you lost that power, that thump. Maybe do you approach that DH spot differently in a world without Rafael Devers? And that would be my question. But I agree with Coley.
What were you doing? Like, what?
I agree with Coley for especially the Christian Campbell stuff. Like, if they really just look at it and they're like, we don't love you in the outfield in general, this is a way where you can go out there and hit and you can space it out a little bit. All right. You're going to, that's a real option.
Everything he's shown, he's a perfectly capable outfielder with maybe like a 45 arm.
It's just if you have Roman in left and let's call it Willier in right and you move Duran, like he's not getting that time out there over those three guys.
I'm confused by the Campbell thing.
Willier, like they don't want to have Willier against lefties anyways. So it's like you just move Roman to right and put Campbell in left.
Yeah, sure. Against lefties, that would be an option. But I mean, typically against righties.
The Campbell thing confuses me because I understand how highly touted he was as a prospect and just watching him in AAA and just burn through the system in 1 year's time. But it's like when I sit here and think about what position is this guy going to play and where does he fit? And the fact that they paid him, like, it's not like, all right, he's a prospect. We're going to see what he's got. Like they paid him on opening day. So we can speculate and we can give our opinions on where we think he fits defensively, but ultimately it's not our say where he plays defensively. But you would like to think that when the Red Sox paid him that they had something in mind for his future and where he would fit long term. But where is it? Like, because if it's in the outfield, like Coley is saying, you're going to have to move several outfielders to make room for him with the guys that you already have here that are very capable major league outfielders. And now you're moving guys to accommodate a player that we don't even know if he can play the outfield over 162.
No, but I mean, if everything they did in September really tells you they're fine with him in the outfield. They were playing him in the outfield this year over those same outfielders you just referenced. So I kind of disagree with the thought that they don't have a feel for him in the outfield. I think they wanted him to play second.
I mean, when you
wanted him to
play
lost second
Roman
base.
and Willier, and he wasn't a September call-up.
Yeah, his ribs still weren't healed. I don't know why I'm the only person who references the exact point where his season went to shit was when he got hurt.
He wasn't not hitting down there.
2 days. Yeah, he was. The second he got hurt, his power went away. If you look at
but he was still hitting. He was still giving.
If you look at his end zone contact from 2024 and 2025, it's the exact same heat map. There's just no power attached to it.
I'm not saying that he wasn't injured and then it didn't linger. I am saying that he would have been a nice addition to the team when you lost Willier and Roman in September.
Sure, and I think they didn't want to do that at the end of the season. And T, I know, has referenced his numbers against 95 plus, which I would also point to the rest of the regular lineups average against 95 plus. So it was like the same picture. However, yeah, I called for it all the beginning of September. Once it was clear they weren't calling him up, I stopped bringing it up because it was like, all right, they are just going to give him the rest of the year off, which the Sox prospect guys talked about at the time. Like, let him find himself. Again, no one really talks about the fact that he got hurt, missed 2 games, came back, and that was when his season went to shit. Like, I don't know how that doesn't get brought up at all when talking about this guy.
He had 2 homers after that. There was one on May 3rd.
What was the weird Detroit one, right? Yeah, the weird one that looked like a pop fly. We were on today.
And then there was the one against the Yankees, which was so short porch, if you recall. It was like another
they're
one
both
of
to
those.
right. They were both to right.
Got out.
Before that, he had hold up. Let me cook.
Was it 5?
Yeah, I think it was.
I think it's 7 total.
He was one of the best hitters on the team for the first.
But he had like an 896 OPS before that injury.
In the 29 games before he sat out, he hit 4 homers, 8 doubles, 301, 407, 495, 902 OPS.
Yeah, like that.
But do you have his game log pulled up, T?
I do.
So like the numbers that Coley's talking about prior to the injury, a lot of that was just built up in April because in May he was not very good prior to the injury.
Well, and that's when the injury was at the start of May.
Yeah, it was right at the beginning of May.
And like I like Coley.
Do we have a date?
Yeah, when did the injury happen?
When did he miss those 2 games?
May 1st, right? Red Sox break.
Because him and Story had like the 2 worst qualified Mays, I think, of anybody.
For sure. No, it was a tough May for the fellas.
Sneaky.
I thought he got hurt
later in May than I remember.
When?
16th, 17th, 18th.
Okay.
All right. So, I mean, it was still, yeah.
That's when he sat?
May.
It was during that Atlanta series, right?
Well, the Atlanta series was when he was supposed to play first.
Yeah.
Was that when he got hurt? I thought they were giving him time to like learn first. I don't remember if that was when the injury happened.
Oh, no, it was May 1st. It was May 1st.
Yeah, right. That's what I thought.
Okay. All right.
So, yeah, they were trying to have him learn first.
While hurt.
With an unknown injury, rib injury. They just knew he was hurt enough for him to sit. And yeah, I know they haven't gotten MRIs or anything, but I do think he's got a lot of Xander mentality where he's like, I'm going to just play. I'm not going to. Xander used to play through broken wrists, all sorts of shit. And it was honorable, probably not the best for his long-term health, but I think Campbell's wired similarly. I'm just going to keep playing in the minors. I'm not going to make a big deal out of this injury, which I can respect.
Especially just on a human level after signing that contract and everybody expecting you to be, the first guy out of the big 3 to make an impact. Yeah. It's like one of the guys, and hey, maybe they think I'm the best guy out of these 3. If you're getting that contract, you would think that. If you're a fan, you're probably like, that's a little crazy to think, but you would want to live up to what you just made and the expectation the fans have on you. And everybody has on you. So
that April, he was living up to it as well.
Absolutely.
Like
and I loved everything about his game. Like, he was fiery, too. He'd hit the homer to get all hyped up. It's like, this is the guy we want here. So I get why you'd want to keep doing that.
And it was like the defense wasn't perfect by any stretch, but this isn't something I had considered. No, but if you fucked up your ribs, like, you're not going to get better at second base. You know what I mean?
That argument.
You're twisting, no chance.
And you can argue down in the minors, it sucked too,
Yeah, it was, but he was still
right.
Yeah, he was still hurt. I don't know that he ever got it fixed. Like he had that weird 4 days off when they went to Buffalo or something. He just didn't travel with them. Yeah. But if it's a rib or cartilage injury, that's not going to heal itself in 4 days. Like, I do think it's going to take the offseason.
And that's just the hard part, because if the organization did know, they shut him down, and that's where maybe there is something. Who knows? I don't know. But I think with Campbell, and this is what he did last offseason, he spent the entire offseason down in Florida at Fort Myers working, grinding over and over. I think hopefully they'll know pretty quickly after a month or 2, okay, he's back to where he was, or we fixed it, or oh no, this is a really bad sign and he's not getting back to where he was. That can be dangerous as you wait for that over the offseason. I wouldn't depend on it in a significant way. But
Agreed.
Yeah, he needs to start hitting the ball hard again. Like, that's a major thing. The mechanics at the plate are different, and that's something scouts have talked about. It's not the same swing we were seeing at the beginning of the year or at the end of last year. So those are things that he's going to have to repair, and maybe we get it in a Red Sox notebook from Alex Spear 2 weeks from now that, Campbell realized after the season ended it was bothering him more than he realized, or whatever it may be. Who knows? But I do believe he's part of their long-term plan, and Breslow did say that. He reiterated it. But he also wouldn't, put him in a spot. He wasn't going to commit to any positions. And
sure,
that's kind of where you are. You're in no man's
There's no
land.
need to do that right
He
now.
can't right now. He can't be like left field. He's fucking a twin. Maybe two ways. Right field. He's on thin fucking ice.
Yeah.
Like we don't have anyone. Everyone like Jerry's reported on here. Everyone was calling for Rafael at the deadline. I don't think
Yandy
they're
Diaz.
so. Yeah, that was the correct move to not do that. But I don't think they're in a automatic no if the right deal comes up for him. I don't think they're an automatic no on Rafael at all. I would be, but I don't think they would or should be.
I mean, who did they say, wasn't was untouchable? Narvaez is in there, right?
Narvaez.
Well, they have no other
Crochet.
options there. So.
Yeah, that's like, he's obviously the guy. Crochet, and then who else?
Roman.
And Roman, yeah.
That's
I think
it.
those are the only three that weren't.
They
the
said
only
that out
free
loud?
untouchables.
No, that was a Pete Abe article where
Okay.
he mentioned
Who?
what they view. Yeah, G-Bob, excuse me. But yeah, that he wrote an article essentially labeling who should be untouchable for the Red Sox. Yeah, I agree with that. Everybody else should be on the table.
Yeah. I mean, I think if the Red Sox are going to have an offseason where we come out of it the other side being like, man, they really upgraded it, they're going to have to get creative with trades. Like we've been saying it all, like we've been talking about this free agent class for it feels like a full year. Like looking ahead, like even last offseason, like you got to sign Bregman now because next offseason it's looking bleak. And
It's
now
just
we're here.
Vladdy.
Yeah,
Even-
it's like it's just Vladdy, and it's awful that he's not going to get to fulfill his legacy as a Boston Red Sox. He was born,
Especially after tonight. My goodness.
Yeah, he was.
He
born
said
to play
Yankees
for the
lose
Sox.
like 20 times.
To be fair, the whole plan was for him and Devers. If you're going to trade Devers, it kind of ruins it for me. Like they were supposed to be Ortiz and Manny 2.0, and Vlad signed and Craig was like, well, fuck this. You're out too.
What's the Colin Coward meme? LeBron, it's okay. We got Ben Simmons. Guys, it's okay. We got Triston Casas. Don't
You
worry.
can go.
Simmons,
Yeah.
dude. We
People were
got this.
digging up me and Jay Hayes' tweets today, and I saw him like crazy of us saying we'd take Casas over Vladdy moving forward.
I think I
those
said
were
that
very
too.
Who's
funny.
we?
Me and Jay Hay.
Oh, okay.
Oh no,
Okay.
Coley, you were. I think
Okay.
you might have been the loudest Vlad. Jr.
And I
guy.
love Casas,
Oh,
but
sure,
that's
yes.
a crazy,
Yeah.
crazy
I think
take.
I said the same thing. Only I think I was talking like in present time. I was like, if you compare we're talking like what 2023.
Yes.
Like if you compare them side by side, I want Casas moving forward, and like that's a very dumb take now.
At the time, it wasn't a treasure.
Yeah, I don't think it was like the best take at the time, but it
It
was,
was like a
oh my
trendy
God.
take on Red Sox Twitter that offseason.
Sure, definitely.
But no, I think with Jarren Duran, like if he doesn't have the July he did and the lineup wasn't in the state it was, and if you look at his July compared to the other months, holy fuck. Like nuclear in July and a lot of kind of mediocre other months to below
I can probably
mediocre.
pull that up.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I think you look at what they were talking about at that time. It was like Dylan Cease, right? That was a
Right,
major thing
right.
they were considering. I'd be shocked if Duran's on the roster on opening day, and I think they're going to circle back to all these different guys they were looking at, whether it's Dylan Cease in free agency, Sandy, who they were talking to at the same time they were talking about Joe Ryan. So all of those will pop up.
Right.
Michael King, I guarantee that will be something. Coley, I know you're big on Brandon Woodruff, which if you look at that Baseball Savant page, I think a lot of people would. Shane Bieber, not great in his last playoff start.
What was
I
the
know.
month to take out? June.
July.
It wasn't even taken out. He said compare it to the other months.
Yeah.
Yeah, King. While he's still doing that, King would be my number
I
one
got
target.
it.
I
If you
love
take
Michael
out-
King.
If you take out July, he hit 247 with a 725 OPS this year.
Fuck.
I mean, his average probably wasn't that much different for the whole season, though. Right?
260?
Yeah, it was an extra 13.
Yeah, it's not a tremendous drop. He was.
That OPS is
Yeah, the OPS is different.
about 50 points
Yeah, it's
below what his
774
season was.
with July.
All his numbers compared to last year weren't, significantly different. I don't think there was a major drop off, but there was obviously a drop off.
Yeah.
his even
Defensively,
Of
Yeah.
course,
And then
And
against
speed.
lefties,
The
218
doubles
with a
went down,
599.
he
yeah,
also
not
he had-
like notably though. I don't think it was a huge difference.
yeah, 48 to 41, but stolen
okay,
bases.
that's not bad.
He stole 34 last year. He stole only 24 this year.
Yeah, he wasn't running this year.
Keep in
I mean,
mind, he stole 24 in 102 games in 2023.
They were sending him a lot more. I don't know if that was intentional to try to limit the body.
He wasn't on
damage 'cause-
first as much. He just simply wasn't
Yeah,
on
he
first.
just
base
simply
as
didn't get
much.
on base as much. I mean, it was well documented on this show the defensive limitations that Jarren Duran had this season, and I do fear going into the playoffs. We had talked about his antsiness in left field, even on balls that he caught. So to see that happen,
Yeah.
I was right in front of me and Mike, and it's like, oh no, the ball's right there. Like, I don't know what the catch probability. You probably knew what it was, T, but it had to be high. Whatever,
like 90%.
It had to be 99.
T, do you give any chance?
T was just like a billion. I don't know. Sorry.
What's higher than 100?
Are you trying
question.
to make me mad?
Two-part question, T.
Yes.
Do you give any chance at all that Jarren Duran is on the Boston Red Sox on opening day?
Yeah, I think like Coley said, if there's like a very interesting deal, maybe that would make a ton of sense for a Willier or Sedon, and they don't end up going nuts over one of the first base or DH bats because Breslow's like over 30, not the profile I typically go for. Yeah, maybe there's a pathway there, but I wouldn't call it high. I'd say probably like 15% chance I think he's on the big league or on the Red Sox roster in 2026.
Okay, so the second question being, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have said that this team's identity or their clubhouse culture has been formed by Rob Refsnyder, who's heading to a retirement home. He's 87 years old, according to Tyler Milliken.
Love him.
And if Jarren Duran is traded, are there any concerns about the Red Sox identity and culture, especially considering if Alex Bregman doesn't return after he opts out, then what kind of culture are we talking about? Like that's a huge
Rafael and Bayo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think
that's a huge culture shift, is it not?
I do. I think Trevor Story's leadership this year is an underrated component to all this. I think
also not a guarantee to be back, apparently.
No. But I think if Bregman leaves, I think Schwarber becomes maybe even more appealing to them as someone who can kind of take over that leadership moniker, and you can make it work in some different ways. But if Bregman leaves, I think you need to turn up the Bo Bichette conversation, which I would get into at that point in time. And it might be something Craig Breslow even likes more, just simply when you look at age and how it looks in a model.
He's more of like a I post kind of guy. I don't know.
Oh, no, not the rah-rah.
Yeah.
Or just like the stoic leader. But if it was Story at that point in time, who was kind of the main leader there, then I do think you'd be looking for a little bit more in that department. I think that's where maybe a Schwarber would make more sense for you.
Coley.
If you keep I don't really understand if Bregman leaves, why are you looking at those guys? Those are only guys I'm looking at if he comes back.
Why wouldn't you look at Bo Bichette if Bregman leaves?
Are you going to put him at third?
Yes.
I feel like he's more second. Like, I agree you don't want to play him at short, but
he's arguably the worst defensive shortstop in the sport. So
sure,
I
that's
think
why I don't want a
second.
third.
Okay, if in your world, you could move Trevor Story to third. I think it's up to you. If that's what
he
makes
can't reach
here.
first. He can't reach first.
That's why I would put Story at second, and I think Bo Bichette could play third. I
think I would just keep Story at short if he's still here for that. Like, him and Marcelo platoon, I think is fine.
I agree.
For Story?
Yeah,
Story
in
next year?
this fantasy world where you have Trevor Story, Alex Bregman, and Bo Bichette, I think Bo is your second baseman, Story stays at short, and Bregman stays at third.
Yeah, I don't think there's a world where all three of those guys are there. I think Bo Bichette enters if one of them goes.
I think second base, like unless they're trading for someone like Ketel Marte or someone like that, like I feel like second base, because I just don't know where the shortstop's coming from.
What would you do with So in that scenario, you would get rid of Marcelo. You're just shipping him out.
No, not necessarily. But it's like we've talked about ad nauseum. Like you can't pretend like he's your 162 shortstop right now. That would be like penciling Casas in for 162.
I don't think they'd
like
even treat him as an everyday player. I think
sure, and I think that's also
when he was healthy.
They can't.
Yeah, so that's where it's like it. They desperately need a middle infield, like desperately, unless they plan on moving Rafaela full time to the infield, which I don't think is off their table set. Like, I don't think that's a crazy thought in their head. It is to me, but I think middle infield is like sneaky their biggest. I see why Cora wanted Bregman at second. Like they still need that. They still need something there.
I haven't had a second baseman since Pedroia.
Yeah.
No,
I think in that scenario, it would be Bregman, Marcelo at short, Story at second. And if Bregman leaves, I would just plug Bo Bichette in at third. I'd have Meyer at short and then Story at second that way. And I think you'd have to figure out a way to.
That almost is
maybe
like
Sosa from the Phillies. Like you make a call and do something like that. Like
it's interesting.
I don't know. It's an awkward fit, and I don't like the idea of someone else having to play shortstop.
Would you entertain, like, say Bregman walks, Story stays? Would you entertain like Bohm at third?
No.
Like, I understand there's nothing that jumps out and excites you, but just in terms of age and ability, like, there's just not a lot of ability. In terms of a righty bat, I could see he's played in a hostile environment already, made a sick catch tonight. But that's a guy who it's like, all right, this is a third baseman who probably won't be super expensive, and it still allows you to do, and that would be in addition to like a Bichette. You know what I mean? Now it's like, all right, now we do have the makings of a more balanced infield.
Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe
it's not someone that excites you. You're not coming your pants over Alec Boehm. I'm not saying
like,
this is like, oh, what a treat we signed Alec Boehm, but I don't think it's the worst option either.
He would have to be like a guy where they're like, we believe we're about to unlock him, because like 2024, I think it was like a 114 OPS plus. I know he was league average this year, and his defense took a big step back this year. Last year, he was 80th percentile or 88th percentile outs above average, dropped down to 37th. It feels a little backwards just in general. You're getting a lesser bat and lesser defense.
No doubt it's a decline, but that's also in addition to another middle infielder. Like if Bregman leaves and Story opts out, I'm not like, fucking bring me Alec Boehm right now.
Both problem solved. Wow.
The shortstops that can hit lefties, it gets pretty bleak after like the guys that are just simply not moving. Like you've got Bobby Witt, Perdomo, Jay Willie, who you're not getting, Turner, who you don't want, Bo Bichette, 849 OPS against lefties, Dansby, who's not going anywhere, Pena's not going anywhere, Seager's not going anywhere, Zach Neto, who hits 227 with a 764 OPS against lefties.
He does kind of rake at Fenway.
Yeah. Mookie, Story. Yeah, like a lot of these guys. It's just
Mookie.
Like,
get him.
Let's get Mookie.
Bring him
Sosa
back.
this year against left-handed pitching, 318, 362, 533, 895.
Okay.
I don't know. Listen, it's not super sexy. I understand that.
No.
And I'm pretty sure the defensive metrics aren't anything to write home about. But we're talking options here, and I know it's more platooning, and some people are grossed out by that at this point in time.
I can't have my
oh wow, no, his defense was really good this year. Excuse me.
I can't have my franchise shortstop be platooned. I understand that's where we're at right now, but that's not. I can't have that long term.
It's fair. I'm not arguing with you on that. Yeah, he was at shortstop this year, 2 defensive runs saved, 2 outs above average. Was really good at second base. So that would give you some options there too. But that's a trade you're going to have to like make. It's not like you could just expect him to be on your team. I need to look at his contract situation.
What the fuck is going on?
Bagzewski's going through it.
Yeah, Bagzewski's fighting for his life.
One more year of ARB for Sosa.
Okay, so it's not crazy to think they'd move him.
And he'd be 30 next season.
I kind of want Perdomo now.
There's no chance you could get Perdomo.
I don't.
They just gave him an extension before, last year?
Yeah.
They love him. They love Perdomo. You have a better chance getting Marte, which I'm all in on.
Dude, if you pull up his stats, I think people would drop dead to see how good he was this year.
Ketel Marte?
No, Perdomo.
Or Perdomo. Yeah,
I'm
Perdomo was unbelievable this year.
There's no chance I would have guessed this. This is crazy.
Didn't he rake against us when we went out there?
If I recall.
Kind of everybody did, but yeah.
Sure, no doubt. But yeah, Perdomo, one of the great steals in this league. It was wasn't it like the Rafaela deal? It wasn't a crazy amount of money.
Oh no, I was just looking at it. It is in 26 he'll make 6.2, 9.2 in 27, and then in 28, 29, and 30, it's like 12, 14, 15.
Okay, so it's more than Rafaela's, but not a crazy deal at all.
No. And at the time, though, I think people were a little on it, and credit to him.
Oh, big time. Yeah, it wasn't celebrated at the time. But if they're serious about moving Ketel Marte and his dark cloud of gloominess, I'm buying.
He just signed a new extension too, right?
Yeah, but they were talking about moving him at the deadline.
Yeah.
Like I've talked to people like he is available. It would cost.
Interesting.
Obviously going to cost, but he's elite. Like he's an elite player.
You would not get any disagreement from me.
Perdomo led the fucking league in WAR.
Dude, I told you 7. It's fucking
led the
insanity.
League in WAR?
He was ridiculous.
Wow. I guess I undersold the impact that he made this year.
He's got to be like the best 9 hitter in the league. 353, 930 OPS.
It's 136 OPS plus this year.
He played all but one game too.
As a switch hitter.
One of the things that kills me about Jerry is he sits there in that exact seat, watches every single baseball game, and he's like, "Who the fuck is Perdomo?"
I mean, where'd this guy come from?
I just feel like so many people wrote him off early.
I guess I didn't respect his game. Like
I didn't know he was this.
Perdomo to me. So like last year he had a 3.5 WAR. Like to me he's Carlos Santana. It's just like a very
last year's perfect. It's 100 OPS plus. That's how I feel. It's like, all right, this is a league average guy.
Good player. Like that Perdomo, good player. And then this year he was Ketel Marte.
Yeah, seriously.
How did they miss the playoffs?
I was just about to say the same thing. You're like, you got that kind of year. They're pitching fucking.
Yeah, their pitching was dog shit. Absolute. I mean, they tried.
Even when
I
we
give
played,
the Snakes credit.
They still could have made it. I mean, they had enough dudes.
Perdomo to me, he was just like a young Didi Gregorius. Like that was kind of the way I viewed him in my head.
You can't say that.
I should have known.
That's another 20 minutes of this.
Oh, Didi. Oh, Didi.
Perfect night for that. Just making fun of those losers.
Yeah.
Big time. T, if a potentially really bad contract became available, like Corey Seager, would you be in?
I'd ponder it. I would ponder it.
What does he have left?
A lot.
Probably
I was going to say, he's got like
probably
6
the
years,
exact
800
amount
million.
of Devers. It's probably the exact same amount Devers had left.
And honestly, I'd tell
Seager's a
Seager,
great player. It's just he's never healthy. It's always
sure.
And what did he do?
I said
What
it was
ended
a
his
potentially bad
Oh my
contract.
God.
Did he have
Jesus
thoracic
Christ.
outlet too, or no?
He's got
He had
6 years.
was it a fracture?
Like 190 million left?
So less years, less total than
He had
Devers, but
Appendectomy in September. He ruptured his appendix.
that'll happen. Good thing about that is it won't happen again.
Yeah, he's making $31.5 million through 2031.
So it's more AAV than Devers, but for a shorter amount of time.
30, 69. It'd be 6 years, 180 million.
Yeah, a little over.
I was going to say that's 30 exactly, so it can't be that.
Yeah, it's like 31.5
It's
a year.
187, something like that.
Yeah. Him and DeGrom, and my offseason's done.
Wow, you'd be getting a lot older very quickly.
DeGrom.
No, that's
Just in
obviously
general
not.
terms, though, and I'm curious where you guys are at on this, and I know you guys love the hypotheticals more than me, but I don't think they need to do a shit ton of things this offseason.
They need bats.
They need
a
power,
lot.
obviously.
Yeah,
and it would
I
be great
think
to get
they
Joe Ryan.
sneaky
I think they will get Joe Ryan, but outside it, like they don't need to do a bunch of things for us to go into opening day.
But
being confident.
I think you're assuming Bregman stays when you say that.
I am.
Yeah.
Yes, I am assuming he stays. Yes,
I think that's, and I know Jared's has said different on the Bird, but last year we know that wasn't Craig's decision. It may be this time.
Yes, but I think that Craig is now pro Breggy. I think
And you would think so after the trade he made.
well, yes, and
You
just
can't
after the
justif-
year he just saw. Obviously, it's not a full package.
You can't move Devers for clubhouse concerns that he was such a cancer and then not show more value towards Bregman for being the opposite of that, right?
T, was it you that I texted and asked about the name of an executive the other day?
I don't think so. Hold on.
Well, I don't trust you. I think
I might have forgot. My brain's worms. Let's be for fucking real.
Let me see.
Let me look at my last text.
T's like, you've never texted me once in your life.
I texted you
I don't
about
even
that
have your number,
thing. I don't think so. No.
All right. Never mind. All right. So
Okay.
I did a
Moving
little
on.
digging. Because what was it? Castillo tweeted something like, "Don't be surprised if the Red Sox are more than fine with Bregman
Letting him
walking."
walk.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I was like, who feels that way? I want names. And I got a name.
Oh, can I guess? Can I guess?
I don't know.
I don't
I'm not gonna air this individual out, but it's not Breslow. So that I'm not worried about it. Text it to me before you blurt it out.
Perfect.
Yeah, text
Thank
it to
you.
me and I'll confirm or deny.
That's very
It's
funny.
not Breslow, so I'm not worried about it. Like you can be an underling and have this opinion, but if Breslow feels differently, then what does it matter? No.
Wow.
Well, it's Henry. And I wonder if Breslow has a number he simply won't go higher then.
Yes.
Got it.
Second shot.
Well, one for
Yeah.
two.
I promise you, I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah.
When we talk about it afterwards, you'll see.
Okay.
But
yeah, I mean, I think that and I didn't even like, this wasn't me going to Catillo to be like, who's your source or anything like that. I didn't corroborate with
I don't know
Catillo.
who that is.
What?
Bleep that.
He texted me. No, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
I don't know most of the front. Like, it doesn't concern me. Like that.
Yep. Same.
Yeah,
I just don't know these people.
I went back channels. I didn't ask Catillo.
Great work, J-Dog. Great work.
Yeah. So, because I was curious, I was just like, who, and my gut feeling on it was, this is someone that is like, we can't all agree here. Someone has to have a differing opinion. And if it works out, then I'll look brilliant. You know what I mean? Like that was my take on it, was like, you know, a young whippersnapper that just wants to go against the grain.
It's also, I don't think it's that against the grain. I imagine being like, if we lose Bregman, the whole organization collapses. You can't have that thought either. Like, you have to be somewhat in the middle, where it's just like, we have a plan.
You know, the last couple years of the deal, more likely than not, are not going to be great. Like, that's just the reality of the situation. It's, can this organization handle it with Story off the books at that point, Yoshida off the books, and hopefully a young core that you've extended, and some of these guys are just cheap overall.
Hicks.
Yeah, fucking Jordan Hicks sitting here for 12 and a half. Jared, I almost fucking strangled you when you said that you didn't know the following 2 years. The amount of fucking times me and Coley have said that on the podcast is insane.
They have brought it up a lot.
I legit wanted to murder you.
I thought that they were talking about this year and next year for like 2 years.
I think
Why
the reason
would we
it was
ever
brought
say
up
it that
Yeah,
way?
the reason it was brought up so much is like, they have 2 more of this
Because
fucking
they're currently paying them. I don't know. Shut the fuck up. All right.
Yeah, whatever. It's late.
Yeah.
Everyone fuck off.
Shut up, dude.
Fucking gonna stab you.
Jeez. Then now he's stabbing you. He's going to strangle you. He's going to stab you.
This reminds me
I'm
of
fine
Ethos.
with that.
This reminds me of Ethos real bad.
Does it?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, life insurance. Absolutely. A lot of us know that we need life insurance to protect our family's financial future if anything were to happen to us, Jared. Yeah. And one of the biggest excuses for putting it off might be that you think it's too expensive.
Sure.
But with Ethos, you can get affordable life insurance easily online. You love Ethos, right?
Ethos. Get your Ethos.
The traditional life insurance process is complicated, but Ethos has made it fast and easy. Life insurance is more affordable than you think. With Ethos, you can get a free quote and customize a rate that fits your budget. You can get up to $3 million in coverage, some policies as low as $2 a day. Billed monthly. Lock in your rate today, since premiums can go up as you age. Ethos makes it fast and easy to protect your family's future in minutes, not months. No medical exam required. You just answer a few health questions 100% online. Get a quote in as little as 10 minutes. You can get same-day coverage without ever leaving your house. Ethos is a trustworthy company that disrupts the traditional life insurance industry. 3 million families have completed their applications and trusted Ethos to help find the right coverage. Protect your family with life insurance from Ethos. Get your free quote today at ethos.com/section10. That is ethos.com/section10. Ethos.
Get your Ethos.
Boom. Are you getting a tweet up right now?
No, Threads.
Oh, right. You love Threads.
Yeah, I'm a big Threads guy.
Mm-hmm.
I like Threads too.
That's where I'm going to stab you. That's where I'm going to get stabbed.
Yeah.
On Threads?
We each need a reason to stab you. There we go. Yeah.
I invented Threads, and no one else saw the vision. And Threads also didn't see the vision. They weren't ready for me at
Blue
that
Sky
time.
did better than Threads.
Yeah, no doubt.
Right?
No doubt. And Threads was like, hey, if you have Instagram, we're just going to sign you up for free. They couldn't have made it easier, and boy, did they fuck
a
up.
Separate app. They need to find a way to get it into IG. I don't
No,
know if that's
I agree.
possible.
They were right in it being separate. They were right in that. But they were wrong in like not asking a single person who had ever used a text-based social media app before launching, like, what should we do? Like they didn't ask
we
a
use
single
each
person.
other's videos. Is that possible on this platform?
Yeah. GIFs, have you heard of them?
Ethos.
Ethos.
This is a very funny picture.
I love it. I'll never get over the Schlittler stuff. It's all personal to me, and it's
all right.
like
Yankees
you were.
fans
Can I
sobbing,
say something about that?
Say something about that.
Let me say something about that.
Go right now.
I'm gonna say it.
All right, you're just.
I'm
Gonna
gonna
say
say it. I'm just gonna say it.
Just fucking say it.
He made such a big deal about it's personal now because some big Red Sox Twitter accounts and blah, blah, blah. Like he was talking about Cutter is king, by the way. Like immediately people were tweeting me, be like, why are you harassing Schlittler's mom? I'm like, first of all, I did not do that personally. And neither did the big accounts that he was putting in the crosshairs. All that I saw was that I guess his mom had Red Sox fans still in her Twitter bio, and someone took a screenshot and tweeted and said, look, his mom's still a Red Sox fan, after he, publicly was like, oh, my parents are converted to Yankee fans. It's like, well, his mom's saying that she's still a Red Sox fan. Not. It was very harmless. And then after all this, after he's like coming off the mountain being like, fuck Boston, all this stuff, I will add to the narrative. My mom, all she did was tweet a video of the Vladdy Grand Slam in Toronto, and Yankee fans tweeted at her, calling her the C word and the W word. And it's like, that is actual harassment of a mother over baseball. That is basically what Schlittler was saying was actually happening to my mom instead, for literally just talking about baseball. It was crazy.
Also, one of the biggest points I had for this whole situation, if you're going to base things off of what you're seeing on Twitter, it is the worst place on the planet. We've built audiences there. We've been there forever. We understand that there's no worse place to be than Twitter right now. It's a disaster. So to read that and be like, it was personal for me, even if there was stuff, which I don't think it was as bad as it was pitched. Like,
if it was, I didn't see it.
I didn't see it. And so that's why it got thrown into that situation. Then you have Yankee fans be like, oh, what? You're going to support like harassing his mom? Obviously not. Obviously not. But that's not the real world. Twitter is so far from the real world, and actually hearing that stuff in person, that's different. If you're like cursing out his mom at Yankee Stadium or whatever, like that's ridiculous. But I feel like half the time people make up these villains that don't even exist. And you're going off of someone that has like whatever, like Wally is like their profile picture. Not that I love you, Wally. It's just like, I'm just saying it's not like a human. It's not like a real entity, a real being that's actually causing harm to someone that you love. And you're using that as your motivation. The fuck Boston stuff. I was doing the lip reading. I'm still not 100%. That's what he said. But it probably was based off of the amount of quotes that he had and the amount of, replies that he then sent out, which I always think is just the wrong way to go about it. So
big time victory.
He won and he just started crying. Like he was like, why don't you people love me? It's like, you literally pitched for the Yankees and just dominated us. Like, what do you mean? Why? And like, what I don't get, and you guys can speak to this better than me. Why? Where's the shame? Where's the lack of pride in being from Walpole? Walpole, all I know about Walpole is it's a prison. That's it. That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
But like that would have been a big moment for Walpole, because it's Walpole. Like it's like, wow, he put Walpole on the map. Instead he was like, I moved to Boston after college. Like, who the fuck that's the most suburb shit to do, is to move to Southie after college. Congrats, dude. Way to prove you're not from here. What the fuck are you talking about, dude?
Not only that, but he took the moment away from Walpole, and then was so anti-Boston after that people in Walpole are probably like, oh fuck, we don't know that guy.
Right.
Like now they can't even be like, oh, like a good local boy done good. They're like, oh no, fuck you, dude. Like not only do you not claim Walpole, but like you shit on the Red Sox and Red Sox fans in Boston, and like, what the fuck ever, dude. See you later.
Yeah, it's such a strange way to play. Like, he comes on Twitter. I didn't even know he had a Twitter account, and he's like, love that dirty water. And it's like, all right, so what, like, do you want to be a Bostonian or not? Like,
no, he said
you're not
drinking water.
I hated the dat, by the way. The dat was so obnoxious.
He's a loser.
Really annoying. I was upset to find out he went to Northeastern. That's where AP went. Obviously, got a
shout out Alan Peralta.
But the fact he's a Husky, that sucks. But the it was personal for me thing is probably what pissed me off the most, because it's like, it's not like you were drafted by the Red Sox and then cut, and then the Yankees brought you on, and then you ended the Red Sox season. It's like
the Red Sox did have the pick before he got picked.
Okay, go off, T.
Holy,
go off.
What?
The fucking people, like, and shout out Chris Hatfield, he got in there too. People tweeting out the 7th round pick and like crapping on the Red Sox, like, where the fuck were the Red Sox scouts when this kid was around here?
At the time.
Dude,
come on.
He was
That's
on
not even the issue.
He
That's not
pitched
the
down
issue.
the Cape. But no, people being like, well, let's look at what the Red Sox did in the 7th round back in 2022, and let's look at who they picked. That's not how the MLB draft works. And if Caleb Bolden was the pick. If you go back to 2022, pretty big draft for the Boston Red Sox, right?
Yeah.
They got Roman Anthony. And in the first 10 rounds, you have a limited amount of bonus pool money you can spend. If you go and get a guy like Roman Anthony, who you went and signed for $2.5 million, his slot was $820K, right? Guess what?
Right,
You're going to sign a bunch of seniors and cheap guys after that so you can give him more money and go under slot for the other. So if you want to go and cry that they drafted Caleb Bolden, who's, your typical quadruple A organizational arm. He is what he is. He was a senior out of TCU at the time, a right-handed pitcher. But they were signing a lot of these guys in those rounds so they could pay Roman Anthony, which ended up working pretty good. It's the same reasoning why when they drafted Mikey Romero, he signed for under slot by $600K.
Nick York too. They've done this before.
What you get mad at if you really want to bitch is like Brooks Brannon. That's the one in the 9th round who, his slot was $158K. You gave him $712K, and he doesn't look like a major league ball player.
No, but he was a very talented high school catcher that they signed away from college. That's the MLB draft.
With massive power. That was the idea. Gary Sanchez esque profile we're talking.
I can't knock him on that when he's kind of been a good minor leaguer. He just obviously isn't a catcher anymore.
You can't knock him when you drafted the guy who turned out to be the number one prospect in the sport. But that's what happens. There's people who are looking for engagement on Twitter, and it's just that's not how the MLB draft works.
People don't know how the MLB draft works. It's not the NBA or NFL draft. No. It's more of an announcement of your free agent signing in a very specific order. It's not a draft.
No.
I mean, one of the biggest parts of this whole thing is it's just nice to have a guy on the Yankees that we all universally hate.
That's the good thing for the rivalry. That's what you should cling to. And with Bayo adding a little spice to it with some of these Instagram stories, good, fuck them. I want to see that.
I'm not fully sure why Bayo did that. It's you went 2 innings, but no, I know.
That wasn't his call.
No, I know. He wasn't great, but yeah.
Bayo was pitching how he normally does. He was pitching to contact, and he's usually fine there.
Yeah, I thought it was a quick trigger, but Bayo has normally shoved against the Yankees. But it's having that guy dominant. Where we can, yes, of course, having that guy that we can all universally hate, I think is great. Even going to because we were just coming back from New York. I'm going down the roster because this is when Schlittler's still replying to people. He just couldn't help himself. And it's okay, first off, fuck this guy. This is getting absolutely ridiculous. Shout out to Mikey for the get bent quote tweet. But I honestly, I was trying to think of a guy that I really didn't like on the Yankees on the current team. It's Judge, I fucking love Aaron Judge. I think he's awesome. I never say that publicly.
That's strong.
Giancarlo Stanton, I've always really liked Aaron Judge. Giancarlo Stanton, he's cool. No issue with Giancarlo Stanton. Obviously, Ben Rice is T's guy. You go down the list of the guys they have.
Yeah, but I don't like Ben Rice. I hate Ben Rice.
I don't hate Ben Rice.
I hate Ben Rice.
He's always been a Yankee fan. He plays for the Yankees. Whatever.
But he grew up here in a Red Sox family.
I get it, but it's weird. I think it's weird.
If you don't hate Ben Rice, then you didn't grow up knowing Ben Rice.
Ben Rice hit a 3-homer game and wasn't bitching on Twitter.
No, but
he seems like a fine dude. I have no issue with him.
But he didn't pretend. No, he definitely sucks. Jared's right. He sucks as a human to grow up in a Red Sox family and be I'm always he's always been a Yankee fan. That sucks. That what an asshole. He genuinely stinks. Schlittler also, I agree, he's more hateable. But Ben Rice does not get some free pass just because a
I know.
More
but I'm saying for Schlittler
exists.
with the whole it's personal. It's you were a Red Sox, and what the fuck are you talking about? It's personal. This is the team you supported.
The craziest part about the Schlittler thing, what he's doing is more psychotic than Hunter Dobbins misremembering a story from his dad. And Yankee fans made that front page news in the middle of the season. Literally led their sports section. It was Hunter Dobbins' dad, liar. Cam Schlittler, what he's done, he's lying. It's not a story from his dad. He's lying.
He is
pretending to be from here. It's the most insane thing.
The lie is yes. My parents are 100% converted to the Yankees.
There's multiple lies.
They love.
He's a serial liar.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
Serial liar. I know, and I say this with the most sincerity in my heart. This is a 2-part thing. One, can you imagine Andy Pettitte being I live in Southie in 2003? They would have beat him with hammers if they found out about that. That would have been the most insane thing to say. So
he's comfy now.
Saying that, him being I'm there all off season. I've noticed 2 young men on the team. 3 if you want to include their guardian, Romy Gonzalez.
Mike Mussina is in the offseason, I'm in Somerville.
I'm telling you. And this
if I see a picture And if I see a picture with these three hanging out, that I will hold that against our sweet boys, Roman and Mark. I can't have that. I can't have it. I simply cannot.
I do
have
think
that.
Schlittler's going to be out in Southie, and no one will even know it's Schlittler.
He's too tall. Like
he is tall, but he kind of looks like every other
in
age.
Boston. I think he will stand out. Like Capo, they're on notice. Lincoln, they're on notice. What's the other one? Loco, they're on notice. Like if
Sullivan's is on notice.
Like I want them to look at check his ID and be like, we don't want your service here.
Worse,
back
worse, Jerry.
What?
I need them to go with we take fakes, and I need him at the DMV every week this off. I need him constantly getting a new license because every bar it's a victimless crime. Like this is not like harassment. Like just take his ID, go, this is clearly a fake. Yeah. You're from New York, pal, and then just take it, and now he's going to go to the DMV. I want him constantly at the DMV this offseason.
This is nothing against Southie at all, and Mikey's about to kill me, but
be careful.
It is stunning to me that if you're playing Major League Baseball, that you're living in Southie. I do find that kind of bizarre.
I mean, how's that any different than Pat Light living in Hoboken?
I mean, Pat Light.
Hoboken wasn't like the most dangerous neighborhood in the country 20 years ago. That would probably
Southie's
be
obviously different than it used to be. But like if I played in the majors, I'm probably living in the city or like somewhere else.
When was Southie dangerous?
Like
in our lifetimes.
I feel like Southie's been dangerous since like 15 years ago, 10, 15
what?
years.
Yeah, he's saying the opposite. He's saying it's been safe for the last 15 years, which I think is accurate.
Like last 10 years, I think you're all
Southie
right.
was still Southie until everyone started selling after like The Departed and shit like that really popped off.
I mean, there's still characters in Southie. Like, I still get my haircut there, and it's like
there are lifers there still too, and they're discussing. I mean, it's Charlestown, but part of the town was making fun of the new people who moved in. That just happened to Southie so quickly. And shout out all the poor Irish people who stumbled upon generational wealth because they owned triple deckers. Like they didn't know that was going to become valuable real estate one day because it fucking never was. Southie, you can walk around Southie fucking waving your arms, doing whatever. Like, it's embarrassingly safe. This is what I say with like Fenway Park. Mikey gets swung on at Yankee Stadium. That doesn't happen to fucking Red Sox fans. Or it doesn't happen to Yankee fans at Fenway Park. Like, what's going on? Why are the Yankees living in Southie? Why? What is going on?
I just found it bizarre. And it was a weird reply, too. It's like, I live in Southie. Like, get ready for Bruins season. Like, you live in Southie. Like, you'll be getting ready for Bruins season. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, he's saying it so confidently, like you're not, 5-6 days away from getting ready for Bruins season. What are you talking about?
Crazy.
That's going to be a great picture when inevitably there's someone that sees him at a Bruins game in a Bruins jersey. Be like, yeah, enjoy the Bees season, bud.
Enjoy the Bees. The Bruins had to be sitting over there like, what the fuck did they say fuck me for?
Way to have them ready, Aaron. Way to have them ready.
Way to have them ready, bud. Guy just ended the Red Sox season. Fuck the Bruins. Okay, whatever.
But while he's like, love me. He's like, you people need to love me. I'm one of you.
I missed the love me thing. In what sense was that? Like, what was he saying?
He was like, why are my own people attacking me? Yeah, that's what I mean. He's like, you guys should be pumped for the home. It's what T says about Ben Rice, but like unironically, he's like, you should be pumped for me. And it's like, no, we shouldn't. Like, what are you talking about? It's
walking off the strangest thing I've ever seen. He legit mouthed "fuck Boston" to Steve's crowd. Like, you live here. Like, this is where your home is, bro. Like, that is a weird thing to say.
And to Steve's point, just not a lot of hateable guys. On the Yankees.
No, because they're pathetic. They just lose every year. So it's like, I look at Aaron Judge and Joel Embiid exactly the same. It's like, Hall of Famers sick. Like, I don't fear you when the lights are brightest.
Yeah, you are more hateable when it's like, damn, I got to see you in another parade. That's why losing game 2 was
so costly, because Embiid was like, how is it a rivalry? They kick our ass every year. Like, Judge Judge was one Duran catcher, Kyle Hudson send away from being like, how is it a rivalry? They fucking eliminate us every time we play them.
I know you guys talked about this last episode, but like being at the game, obviously you don't get to see the replay. When I watch the Kyle Hudson thing back, I'm like, why did he get to fly home with the team? It was way worse on the replay than it was in person. Because in person, it's chaos. I was stunned at first that Jazz even got the ball. Like, what the fuck's going on? And then I'm like, Yoshida, wait, did it hit him? Who did it hit? Wait, why is Eaton still on third? It kind of all happened at the same time. Watching back, and he's doing that thing that drives me fucking nuts, where he starts dancing around and jigging and like waving. And it's like, dude, you're freaking everyone out on the bases. Like every time, because he's pointing, then he's waving, and he did that. And T probably mentioned it last show, but like, In the last month, he's done that like 5 times in huge situations in games that you needed. And it's like the last thing I need from my third base coach is all this indecision happening within 1.5 seconds. And he does that all the time. It just drove me fucking nuts.
But yeah, it's because
the replay, it's rough. It is very rough to watch.
Like, dude, I fucking jerked Kyle Hudson off last year on this podcast. Like,
I didn't think that line was coming.
I seeing that.
I did.
That was an OnlyFans exclusive.
Okay,
yes,
that clip would have gone crazy.
Right and left hand. But we are all the credit for Jarren Duran's success in center field went to him. And then you look at some of the things going on with the outfield over the last couple months where they fucking can't communicate with each other. And it's like,
bad. It's loud at Yankee Stadium though too.
Yeah, but I did like them. Willie O'Brien was like, yeah, it was loud. They're like, did you call for it? He's like, no. He's like, I never called for the ball.
Since it's loud, they're just guessing. And that's kind of happened with the Rafaela drop too. I think he was like, well, I think Willie's got it. I don't know. We're not saying anything. So I guess that's my ball.
Breslow did say, like, they asked if they're making any like changes to the staff, and they said we're still discussing it. Now, to be fair, what was it? 2 years ago now, when Carlos Febles got fired, they were like, yeah, no updates to the staff. And then Febles was fired a week later. Cora, during the end of season presser, was like, he's going to spend the offseason with Emmanuel Valdez. They're going to work all offseason. They're going to improve their defense.
With the Pirates, yes.
Yeah. And then you could tell that the front office was like, I'm sorry, like, we're firing this guy, and it's really not an option for you at this point in time. And it was the same with Dave Bush, but I think everyone knew Dave Bush had to go. But Cora has seemed very sensitive to them firing guys on his staff. I didn't think he loved it last time, but he was willing to accept it because he didn't have room to really push back on it. The only thing I could see this year is if maybe they have a chance to get Joey Cora, and Cora has changed his outlook. He said when he first started managing, he would never want his brother on a staff because he felt like it undermined him. A couple months back, he said that was actually something he hopes he can do at one point. That'd be the only thing I wonder if Cora would be like, all right, I can accept moving on from Kyle Hudson and maybe making a change there. But anything else, I feel like I'd be pretty surprised as a change on the staff. And I know,
where did Kyle Hudson come from?
Cleveland.
Probably Earth. What was it?
Cleveland.
He's a college wide receiver. It's so strange. So strange.
And he was nasty.
He was pretty good. Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
I have a
that would
question
be
for you and Coley, if I can ask real
Mhm.
quick, because I know T's answer.
Mm-hmm.
How much do you care about the season-ending presser?
0.
Okay, I'm very close to that.
Is it different this year versus the last couple of years?
I think I more mean from what we've heard in the past and how it can just change immediately. So why does it even matter if their answers don't really matter that much?
Yeah, they just sit up there like when
Sam
they fired.
and I love Sam, but it's always going to be the same thing. It's like, oh, we're going to do everything in our power. It's like, well, whatever. You're going to say that every time.
It's his job to say,
of course, it's literally what he's
things
about
the Red Sox. So like, that's why I can't take it with any grain of seriousness. Like when they fired Heim,
just like, what? My bad.
I was gonna say when they fired Heim, they went out there and they were like, "Fucking the bad guy's gone. We can't wait to spend, sign," and then they got nobody, and it was just like, all right, I don't know why I would take these serious ever again. What can they say?
I mean, that sneaky kind of happened this past offseason too.
Yeah.
Talking to potential free agents, actual free agents that met with the Red Sox. They were like, they're talking a big game. Like they're going to sign, like, what was it? Max Fried, Bregman. Like, yeah, they're
Blake Snell.
They were talking a big game. And I'm happy that they got Bregman, but they shot for the moon and they got Bregman, which obviously was a big piece of getting to the postseason this year. But it wasn't like when the Yankees fucking signed Sabathia and AJ Burnett and Mark Teixeira in one winter and then they won the World Series. It wasn't that. But I think that they thought they were going to go out and do something like that. They didn't.
I think they thought they had a pretty good shot at signing Soto. I just don't think they were as aggressive as they needed to do it. And we can sit here and be like,
I think they probably were like, I didn't think he was going to get $765 million.
No, yeah.
Sure. They don't listen to this show. I think that's pretty clear.
Some of them do.
Yeah, not closely enough. I had been yelling the Soto number for months.
I mean, that even surprised me that it cleared 700. Like we were talking.
You don't listen to me either.
I listened to you. I just didn't believe you. That's different.
Yeah, those are
so worse.
Yeah,
it's much
I heard
worse.
you loud and clear, and I was like 700 my ass.
I'm the one he doesn't listen to, Cole.
Closer to 8.
Good grandmother.
I'm the one he doesn't listen to. Anything, me?
Well,
Jared's
you're usually
out.
talking about Casas or
More than fair.
Nate Eaton.
True.
Nick
Carlos
Sogard,
Narvaez.
blah, 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 blah.
All right.
Yo,
watch your
Stinson
mouth.
Garcia.
Yeah.
I think
he's in
there's
Brock
always going to be
Garcia's
like
much.
certain quotes from the sign off presser where I'm like, but then I know they can change their mind so quickly that it doesn't really matter. The one that jumped out to me, and I forget if you had the tweet or not, T, but him saying, Breslow saying that Bayo, Giolito, and Early at times of the season all pitched like number two. So I'm like,
The
no,
early
no,
thing
no.
was crazy.
The early throwing Early in there is wild because I mean,
He had
if you're
one
just going to
start
sum
where he
up,
did that. Yeah.
if you're going to sum up the last like month and a half of Red Sox baseball, it's very simple. They had a big three in the rotation that carried them that turned into a big one. And they lost their most valuable position player that happened to be a rookie. Like that's basically what happened. And then the season ended. Like that's the easiest way to look at it. And so you just can't feed me the Bayo Giolito stuff when you get to this part of the season and Giolito's not even pitching in the playoffs. And Bayo's probably looking the worst that he has all season. That's not having it too.
Bayo at least was a 2 for the majority of the season.
He had a good. It was basically all summer. Yeah.
But I know in their model, he doesn't project as a 2. And I think that's what hurts me a little bit, you know?
But then wouldn't it make it feel great? Like knowing how many arms you need, like it should make them feel as comfortable as possible that you should get a Joe Ryan and just be like, we'll do what we have to do to get
or
him.
King, like I don't.
Yeah, guys,
But isn't
all in
that
there.
what
We love
their
Michael King.
actions say? Like that to me is like what makes me feel confident they're going to get someone of that caliber. It's because at the trade deadline and last offseason, they were talking Dylan Cease. We know they were talking Sandy and Joe Ryan, and we saw the disappointment on their face. To me, that says, oh no, we realize what we need. We just weren't able to get the deal done. I feel like that's where you circle back. And I know people are sick of me talking about Dylan Cease. I've already gotten plenty of tweets about it. But all I'm saying is they were talking about Crochet at the trade deadline a year ago.
I feel like
There are people bitching. I've already
I'm
seen
sure
it.
there are. I mean,
I think there's always like 3 people. He's like, and everyone's coming after me about my Dylan Cease.
And I don't even know that you've talked about Dylan Cease.
I've barely seen it.
Yeah.
But no, just follow the guys they've continued to check on. They clearly have types they like and something they're into. And I think Dylan Cease checks that box. I think Sandy checks that box. I wonder, all those guys. And like, I think you can circle back, like obviously Joe Ryan, but even like Merrill Kelly, who they were pretty interested in at the deadline. Is that like a settle option for them? Shane Bieber, who would probably be here on a multi-year deal if there weren't certain parameters and things going on in his life a year ago.
I think he has isn't he under contract for next year with Toronto too?
He has a player option,
Yeah,
but
it's
I don't
an
think it's going to get
option.
picked up.
well, it would be him doing it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I don't think it's worth it for him. His player option is $16 million next year. He's going to do better than that.
Maybe.
You think?
I think he's going to at least get multiple years.
True. And
And
he'll
it has a
want that
$4
going
million
into a lockout.
buyout as well.
So he takes his 4, and then all he needs to get is 12. Really,
$12 million. You get easily $12 million from somewhere.
No, they need another strikeout pitcher behind Crochet, which they really don't have outside of like bullpen guys and just the back end guys at that. So yeah, all those guys are great strikeout guys. At Cease, it's really all he does at this point. So there's
the
like
amount of guys that they rely on getting, balls in play for this defense.
with a shit defense. It's a crazy strategy.
Dude, it is scary. Like that, when he had mentioned Breslow talking about like we need to improve on defense, like everyone's at fault, by the way. Like every single, I don't even care if you're a coach that has nothing to do with defense. I'm blaming you too. When you're this bad, it's really atrocious. And I had to do this math because I couldn't look it up on StatMuse. I'm kind of surprised they didn't have it, but was looking at AL team errors over the last 5 seasons. The Red Sox, as you would imagine, in first place, 524 errors over the last 5 seasons. The second place team is the White Sox with 483, which is 41 fewer errors. And then everybody else is basically in like the low 4s, upper 3s. It's not even close. So if you're going to say stuff like that, it's like, all right, fine. But how many times are we going to hear they need to improve on defense until they actually like improve on defense? And I don't even think it's necessarily fully just clientele. It's what you're doing with that clientele and how you're holding them accountable for being atrocious.
Well, they
defensively
fired
year after
3
year.
straight infield coaches. They went from Feblis to Andy Fox, and now they got Jose Flores, who was sitting down in AAA and your first base coach. But Cora, during the press conference, made a pretty pointed comment being like, I think our defense is better than it was a year ago. I think we took a step forward in that front. And you look at some of the advanced metrics, defensive run saved, likes them. But at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, you may make some plays that other teams don't get to, right? Like, I think that's where a lot of the advanced analytics will show when you have a Sedon Rafaela or you have a Willier or Abreu that get to balls they shouldn't, a Roman, who, 8 defensive runs saved in his limited time is crazy. But I think for them, there's still just way too many routine errors on plays that you just shouldn't have to worry about. And Trevor Story is one of the biggest ones you come to think of this year with the throwing errors and Bregman early in the season spiking a lot of baseballs.
Yeah.
Their PFPs this year fucking sucked, man. Their pitchers couldn't field for shit. Carlos Narvaez with the catcher's interference.
Fucking sucked. Their PFPs were fucking trash.
Led the league in catcher's interference. That was a lot of just guys on base.
I thought we were getting one in game 3. I'm like, no, please.
Oh, yeah.
He won.
If I told you, well, all right, out of all the errors that the Red Sox made this season, were more of them fielding or throwing? Just the infield.
Mental.
Throwing, right?
Well, Steve's looking at it.
I'm not looking at it.
I'd only go throwing because I remember Bregman couldn't make a fucking throw.
54 throwing errors, 48 fielding errors.
I mean, basically equal. They're
pretty close.
They're equally trash at everything.
Trash. Fucking trash.
Yeah, and then first base, like where you had nobody there who was good at first base or a real first baseman. Like, pick your poison throughout the year.
And it always sucks looking at the teams on the list that they're around. It's always the Rockies and the White Sox and the Angels.
It's pathetic.
It's the trash. You're with the dumpster teams.
That was one quote I think I did see where Craig was like, this is like a systemic problem. Like, this is organization, like from the bottom. Like, we need to rebuild whatever we're teaching our prospects. Like, because it's not like the free agents haven't helped. The guys like Rafael is a modern miracle, I would argue, for being this good at defense, Jared.
Everyone kept asking what that first conversation that Steve took the video of when I was talking to Breslow for the first time. Like, oh, what did you guys talk about? That was one of the things that came up, was them kind of being like, we need to go through the minor leagues and build from the ground up to like teach baseball better. Like, we're aware that like players have come up and not known how to play baseball, and we're going to fix that.
I mean,
I'm paraphrasing, obviously.
In his defense, that's the line you expect. Like, you look at the scales, right? Of like, I wonder what the worst defensive team is talking about. We need to relearn baseball. Like, it really starts at like the most simple level physically possible, which is
not
embarrassing.
But
like, they've been embarrassing.
Stuff,
I mean, like that's obviously, I'm heavily paraphrasing, but I'll say like it was more just the acknowledgement that there needed to be
a problem.
Like, baseball, yes, the like players would come up here and not be prepared to play Major League Baseball.
No, it shows. It very much shows.
It's why Narvaez like weirdly stood out so much and looked so much mature than some of the other guys who were getting their feet wet in the big leagues for the first time. It was like, yeah, he came up in an organization where fundamentals seemingly are a pretty big part.
Although maybe that doesn't really show itself at the major league level either with them.
It's fair. Maybe catching wise, you'd argue is a little bit differently. They've been able
two
to
best catchers play for the Marlins and us, so I don't know if that's true.
I mean, in terms of what they do, and even Austin Wells is probably the only one you're talking about defensively in a super positive way.
Best Dominican catcher alive.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's an interesting thing.
Is there like an identity crisis?
Should take a long time.
you got fucking Schlittler saying I'm from Boston. You got Austin Wells being Dominican out of nowhere. Like, they got an identity problem going on over there.
Is there a defensive park factor? Because I know with Fenway, the Sox have led the AL in doubles like 6 years in a row, and it's like, yeah, it's Fenway. You look at the errors year after year after year. It's like playing at Fenway. Obviously, it's a certain word kind of park, and compared to the other ones, it's a little bit bizarre.
That doesn't change the infield though. Call it.
Yeah, that was what I was going to say.
No, infield obviously, but yeah, and then when you have Sedon, obviously he's cleaning up most of the stuff that's in the weird parts that would take a while to get to. So I get that, but I'm just trying to like throw anything out there because it's like consistently year after year. It's crazy.
We haven't had a middle infield since
2017.
Yeah, and even like, I was going to give Iglesias some love when he was here in 21. Like, I don't know what, there hasn't been any consistency up the middle, because you signed Story, you had Xander Story for a year, but Story couldn't really like throw from second. It was a weird see. Like his glove was there, but he still wasn't like turning double plays. Like it just wasn't like. And Xander was regular season Xander, so he didn't give a fuck as much. And then after that, Xander leaves. Story takes over shortstop. Immediately misses the next 2 seasons. So it was just like we had Rafael. He wasn't even in center for that time. Like it's just they're not building sensible rosters. Like you look at some of these other teams, the fucking Dodgers, when they covered that bunt with the wheel play, what was Dallas calling it? The wheel? Can you imagine a world where the Red Sox do that and the ball doesn't end up in the stands?
That ball's going to the monster seats. Like there's absolutely no way. That play was, I mean, credit to Mookie because that was crazy, but like for that
even
guy,
like Freddie covering second, like everybody did that.
But even to think
so
like
perfectly.
I gotta dash to third right now. Who was that clicking for? I don't know.
Yeah, I any version like Rafi, like anyone would be hilarious in that situation. Like every version of the Red Sox since 18, they were so good at everything. I understand they had insane talent, but like these weren't concerns.
They were like 20, 21 errors. Yeah.
Like 21, they have the relay where they made Xander was wearing a T-shirt of it the next morning. I still don't know where he got that, but like, could the modern Red Sox do that? Just that relay? I don't think so.
Yeah, probably not.
No tweets from Schlittler tonight.
Damn, no replies.
No replies, no
Okay.
nothing.
That's weird.
Interesting.
He did unfollow
See, if he was
me.
really from Boston,
he
he'd
was
go out
following you?
swinging.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that's tough.
I think he was probably following me from his days of being a Red Sox fan. Because
that shit was personal.
then
to
Did
him.
you search his handle?
Before his barrage of tweets, we were recording the Section 10 episode, I think, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and then
This is the first show since his tweets, which feels crazy.
Yeah.
Because it happened right after you guys recorded the last show.
Yeah, I looked up his Twitter and he was following me, and then the next morning he wasn't.
Damn, that's tough.
Yeah, you got to go full Yankee at that point.
He's drinking that dirty water tonight, man.
Yeah, he is. He's drinking that margarita in Cancun.
I'm glad he lost.
It's great.
Yeah.
I'm glad he earned the L. He was still good again tonight, but he walked out of there with an L.
I was hoping it was 4 earned because you never know with the scorekeepers. I thought they might call that a hit.
Well, here's
Shout
the
out
thing,
Jazz
though.
Chisholm, baby.
Yeah.
Cam Schlittler, you can still go to the ALCS, but you're going to have to download the Game Time app.
Or the Bruins. You get like they'll have those tickets too.
Oh, he's ready for the bees. He can go to the home opener.
Yeah, you can still make it in time for the home opener. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, ALCS tickets you can get on there, Bruins tickets, Patriots tickets, the whole 9. The Game Time app gives the advantage back to fans. It's the hack for unlocking amazing tickets and experiences in just a few taps. It's incredibly easy to use, and the Game Time guarantee means you can trust that you'll get 100% authentic tickets on time and at the best price. Plus, fees are always included. So what you see is what you pay, Cam. That's huge, man.
Home opener tonight. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you can go to the home opener. I mean, clean out your locker and go to the bees. I mean, it's a 3.5 hour train ride. You could definitely
They play
make it in
tomorrow
time.
too, right?
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
Yep, tonight.
Oh, sorry.
Yep. Fees are included,
Fake
so you can know
bird.
your total up front with no surprise fees at checkout. Save even more when you choose a section. You let Game Time choose the seats for you. Snag new ticket deals before anyone finds out by following your favorite teams in the Game Time app to receive alerts. You can follow the Blue Jays. You can follow the Bruins. You can follow the Patriots. Everyone that you need. Get a panoramic view from the seat in the app before you buy. The lowest price guarantee or Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. Your purchase is covered with the most flexible customer service policy in the ticketing industry today. Take the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets and Bruins tickets and Patriots tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use the promo code SECTION10 for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, use the promo code SECTION10, SECTION10 for $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Download the Game Time app today.
Suck one.
Yep. Buy one.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else that you guys wanted to discuss?
I bet T's got some.
T?
What do you guys think of Ranger Suarez?
I like
We've
him.
got all
Like
off
him,
season.
like him a lot.
Yeah, you're right. I'll hold back.
There's a lot of
Yeah,
deals
but
to
we don't know if
discuss.
we got to dive into like.
So
you know.
for next week, I feel like we have to kind of kick off the off-season pods with like an unpacking pod.
Awards. I'm just saying awards show.
We still have the award show. I don't know that I feel like we should wait until the World Series is over to do the awards.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
because we were throwing around the idea of maybe doing the awards with an audience.
Ooh, I don't hate that.
Because we're throwing around, we're not throwing around the idea. Like, we're going to do it. We're going to do a Section 10 Halloween costume party.
Oh, I can't wait.
On Friday, October 24th.
It's 2 weeks from Friday.
2 weeks from Friday. It's the Friday before Halloween. I know Halloween is on a Friday this year, but Coley's got kids. Train's got kids. You got to take them trick-or-treating. You know, we got dad duties.
T's got to go trick-or-treating.
T's got to go trick-or-treating. It also aligns with World Series Game 1.
Yeah.
So it'll be a Section 10 costume party. That's also a World Series Game 1 watch-along. That could potentially also be the Section 10 awards.
It's basically, we're going to make it all. Wait, that's a lot to have in one thing. I thought, can't we just do a costume party and have fun Halloween stuff? We're going to also do awards that night? That seems great.
I think, why not? If we do it at Game On, we'll have a stage. Like,
this is a Friday night. Now that's a whole chore for a Friday night. I feel like we should just have a costume party. I'm saying costume party with the people. We should just hang with the people.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, if let's say the party starts at 7, we can do the awards at like 10:30.
I thought you meant at 6 and then have
I was about to say probably early, not late, right?
All right.
Do it first.
Do the awards.
We'll figure it out. But this is also like a Fenway Friday, which is great because it's right there.
I mean, you don't like the idea of doing the awards with people there?
I think they should be separate things, is what I'm saying.
We can't have people come back.
We also, I don't know if
but there's some production work that goes into that might be a little tough.
They're separate things. I just think they're separate things.
Because we can't fucking stream on a stage. Mikey,
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, hey guys, I'm from the back row.
Hey,
back
Mikey,
row boys.
What's up?
There will also be a contest, and there will be a winner for best costume.
Oh.
So that can be the final award, you're saying.
I'm now teaming that the Mikey voice, by the way. He'll lead to this. What do you think for Game 3?
What's the prize? Do we know?
We're gonna come together as a group here and think about prizes here.
Mm-hmm.
Probably more than one, but the first place prize will get the best one. We don't know what that is yet, but it'll be something cool.
What was that face T?
Did I say it's at Game On?
Yep,
Game On. Yep, Fenway Friday, basically.
7 to 11. We're gonna drop a graphic soon. We'll let you know how much the tickets are. 7 to 11, and you can stay after that, and then Game On will then open the doors to the general public, but you're still welcome to stay until 2 a.m. if you would.
Yeah, then I'll kick you out.
Yeah.
If you're part of the party, get the fuck out of there. So you made a face. What was the face?
What's the face?
I was just thinking like costume ideas. It's been me and Martha have been having a lot of conversations
About costumes?
Well, we have to have like a duo costume.
It's pretty late in the season to still not have it figured out.
Is it? Is this late?
I don't. You got what?
I haven't worn a
22
Halloween costume in probably a decade and a half.
That's weird.
I was never like a big Halloween party guy.
15 years since you've worn a Halloween costume?
Yeah, it had to be like 2010.
That's it.
Like, actually, me and Puff. No, we didn't dress up. We just took my sister trick or treating.
This dude hasn't worn a Halloween costume since the Yankees won the World Series.
Jeez.
Fuck, you're right.
The year that the Yankees won the World Series, I was Jim Craig. Hammered at UMass Amherst.
That was the Joker.
Full goalie costume.
Yeah, there you go.
I was in 5th grade.
Huh?
I was in 5th grade.
Joker was the year before.
Hammered?
Yes.
Pretty good. Benny the Jet.
I mean, me personally, I'm gonna do it even though if no one else does, that's fine. I was gonna do like a Section 10 themed costume.
We've talked about what Jared might do, and it might be the funniest costume I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Can I say what one of my ideas was, but I'm not going to do it?
Sure.
Yeah.
I was going to dress up as Bob.
Who?
Dahlbeck?
But I was going to do it like with a trash can.
Oh my God. Well, you would have been banned from the event.
You would have been beaten with hammers. Funny. That's what would have happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
As he just puts glasses on for some reason.
This guy.
I was going to be Bob.
Costume idea number 2.
Just Bob? Yes.
Bob with sunglasses.
Yeah.
Bob on vacation.
Sunglasses.
Florida Bob. Yeah.
Yeah. Florida Bob.
Dude just starts bringing in props for some reason right now.
Yeah. Ray Charles Bob.
Yeah. I don't dress up ever.
What else you got in that too? You can put something else on.
Nothing great. I got a lot of
prison
pens
Bob.
I chew on.
Yeah.
There's actually been a big pushback against me at work recently because I've chewed on all the pens at the station.
Yeah, you can't do that. That's
I can
crazy.
see that.
That's rough.
Yeah. See that.
Universal
Yeah.
pens. You can't be chewing on those.
Jared, if
Yeah.
you're at the Sports Hub at all and you see them, please throw them out. I'm having a hard time throwing them all out before other people
I won't
see
be
them.
back till April now.
Not
I
good
think
for me.
baseball hour is done, right?
Yeah.
Start off season's tough.
Yeah. No, I don't think it will be because I think we're gonna stay. We're gonna come out of the gates hot. I want to do.
Not for us. I'm just it's just tough when the games are over.
Yeah, yeah. But I think the next 10 should be with Loomer and Will together to kind of decompress.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
Yeah, I think we should do a Lou and Will decompress episode and then be guest heavy. Tate.
And that was
Yeah, that was
to
the
be fair
next
to
point
Tate.
one. Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Know the rules, bud?
It's fine.
Oh man,
I wish I could suspend the fuck out of you right now.
Yeah, watch out for
The one
Shane's
time
team,
you've
man.
ever actually gone to me too, like in a nice way.
I've gone to you every time.
I put some sunglasses on. I was like, hey, you know
Yeah.
the rules, buddy.
Yeah.
I put my pinky up. It's next point. It's not immediate.
Yeah.
Lou's already made a pretty drastic statement this offseason with his profile picture. Usually we're in like December or January, we're in desperation mode when he breaks out the profile picture. To do it fucking October 9th.
He wants Alonzo?
Oh, well,
Yes.
there you
Polar
go.
bear.
The polar bear.
I do
Maybe.
love how he just sends messages with his prof pick. That's a very Lou thing.
Yeah.
He's also over so far. I don't think we've hit any of the profile pictures.
He didn't have a
Dude,
Breggy one?
we got
He
Crochet.
did.
He had
Yeah,
crochet.
he had a pig one too.
He
a pig.
had Bregman,
I thought
but
that
then
was
I think
after.
when he thought it was a jinx, he changed it.
Okay. So I feel like he definitely went pig before they got pig. I mean, he was saying
Really?
pig before pig on here.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I might misremember.
He was all in on Crochet, and he was fine
Yeah.
trading literally everyone for him. That's where we
Was he okay with Roman?
I
don't
was
remember
ready
that.
to send Marcelo to the moon.
He's not like pro. I'm not saying he's anti-prospect, but he's like ready to trade him for major league guys, which I get. As a former player, I definitely understand, like help the major
Yeah.
league roster, but no.
Also, I think we would be doing a great disservice to our audience if we did not get Hunter Dobbins on pretty quickly.
Yeah, he's a
Yes.
Big Ten guy.
Yeah, like Hunter Dobbins.
Extremely
he's-
healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Is he?
He
As
said
reported
I like
by
the little
me.
peek behind the curtain when he's saying he's going to give updates. Like players don't really do that.
it's cool.
Yeah, I'd like to get Hunter Dobbins on pretty early in the rotation. I'm sure we'll go through the catch-up panel through the offseason. I feel like in past off seasons, we've just started strictly with the panel. I don't think we need to do that this time.
Yeah.
We'll probably get to everyone at some point. I think we have to, it's only appropriate to start off. Oh, fuck.
What?
Okay.
Jake, do you have the soundboard queued up? No. So if I can I connect on the Bluetooth?
Yeah, give me a sec.
Yeah. Yeah. Hit that Bluetooth.
Jake's looking real good in the back row. You too, Eamon.
BRBs, dog.
All right. I'm connected to it. Turn that shit up. It's up?
I'm very curious what's happening here.
All right. Here we go.
Fellas, what the fuck is up? Not the audio submission I thought I'd be giving you tonight. Thought we'd be on an airplane to Toronto, drizzling and all that stuff. But as always, end of a season, I just wanted to reach out and tell you how much this whole thing has meant to me all year long. And, you know, it's wild. I was just in the Red Sox clubhouse and talking to so many different guys. And so many of them are markers of what was just a fabulous, fun summer for me, and I hope for you guys. I know it was for you. And all the people who listen to our games and all the people who listen to your podcast and come to the live shows. And, you know, it's from Peyton Tolley to Lucas Giolito to Aroldis Chapman to Justin Slayton to all the guys that made this summer so fun. Say, Don, it is just a delight to be a part of this thing and to call games for the best fan base in the world, to be a part of such a passionate thing. And you guys are at the heartbeat of that. And I find it so, so fun to catch even a little bit of what you guys have created all season long. Every ballpark I go into, it's people coming up to me, calling me Will motherfucking Flemming, telling me how much they enjoy your show and the little part that I play in it. And I just want to express gratitude for all of this stuff. Because I always feel that at the end of these seasons, I'm pissed we're not going on. I'm mad we're not going to the World Series. But we are going to get there together. We're going to be on duck boats. We're going to be pouring beers on each other's heads. But I just think back to the opening day live show and screaming at those amazing fans and thinking about all the times that we've traveled this road together. So baseball's the fucking best. Section 10 is the best. I love you guys. I love the Red Sox. Thanks for giving me a little bit of space on your show. And on we go. Fort Myers, here we fucking come. And I will be on with you guys anytime you want in the offseason. I love all of you. And I'll miss you. What a fucking year.
Will motherfucking Flemming. He's the best.
You know what, real quick?
Yeah.
He's so good at putting things into perspective.
Yeah.
I feel like after the series ended, Mike and I just, leaving the Bronx, you're just kind of so down. You're so lost. You're like, what do I even feel like right now? I don't even know what this feeling is. For him to put that all together right after that series ended, which is a very hard time to like be straight minded and be able to put that all together, is exactly what Will is. Will is Fenway Park. Will is the Red Sox. He's right at the middle of all of this. So I'm thankful for how thankful he is to be a part of this, because we're pumped that he's a part of this.
He's doing us a favor.
Exactly.
Yeah. He gives us legitimacy, and it takes a piece of the it's almost like we're the alternate universe of the Red Sox and he's the real universe of Red Sox. So like he allows us to blend the two. Because I'm sure there are a lot of Red Sox fans that listen to Section 10 that consume the games on the radio. And for Will to exist in the booth, if it weren't for Section 10, it's like he exists in that world exclusively. And then for him to want to cross over in our universe and extend, I guess, like the Red Sox fans' ability to connect with the team and connect with him, it's a very, very cool thing. So thank you to Will Flemming and all of the Clark's Ketchup Series MVP voters for the entire season. Loomer, Will, Hogdale, TC, OB, Will Middlebrooks, Jemai, Mike Monaco making appearances this year, Lenny making appearances this year. Shout them all out, because I don't think anyone missed a vote this year.
No.
It was just like, people, the Red Sox were winning. People were into it. I think, like in years past, like I used to like feel bad texting people being like, hey, you have a vote? Like you can tell me to fuck
Remember
off
the
if you want.
graphics? Like how many spots would be missing certain episodes, like those West Coast trips and stuff like that.
It is also funny for that text. Like, what's your vote for ketchup?
Yeah. It's like shut the fuck up, dude. Fuck you. I'm with my family.
Can I have your ketchup vote? I'm having dinner with my family, you asshole.
I didn't do the game. Fuck off. Yeah, we didn't get any of that this year, so that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, I mean, we can keep it rolling. Shout out to Jake, who fucking puts his life, body, and soul on the line for every single episode. He's out there producing it, and it's a lot of late nights. It's a lot of no sleep. Sometimes it's hospital visits. The guy just fucking does it all.
Yep, the Gert.
Just the Gert put him almost 6 feet in the dirt. Yeah, man. Like it's a very rare thing to have someone who loves the show, is 100% dependable, and does his job without he's a plug and play guy. It's the full package. You never have to fucking worry about it. I never have to give him direction. I never have to tell him what to do. I never have to stay on him. He's just been the constant. And Section 10 is not Section 10 without Jake. Behind me, Mikey Eamond. I will say this. Everyone knows that he's a phenomenal video producer and editor, but he took on a big role this year. And that was something that I kind of just thrust on him. I was just like, hey, you're going to basically be our events team with me. And he was like, done, say less. He's taken on like so many different logistics roles with the Section 10
biggest
operation.
team player there is.
Big team player. He's a role player. But it's again, it's very rare that, we've been in the sports media space a very long time, and he's the best at what he does from what I've come across. And to be like, yeah, and I can also just fucking run the events team on top of being like an award-winning video producer, editor, I shoot it, I edit it, I produce it, I do it all, and I'll run the fucking events. So shout out to Mikey Emond. 2K, Jeremy Bagzewski, arguably the breakout star of the year. 2K, his video edits, it's not just that they're great. It's not just that they're a 10 out of 10. It's that he can fucking come up with them like that. He can, and like it's almost like he's like Chat GPT in human form. I'm just like, all right, give me this, and this with this music and this, from this scene, and make it like exactly like this. And he'll just whip it up in, I don't know, 5 minutes.
The video tonight's a great example. He had us saying "Oh Canada" in the video. That was during the stream.
It's perfect every single time. There's no notes ever. And oftentimes it's exactly what I want, and I didn't even ask for it. I'm just like that video tonight is the perfect example.
We had no idea it was coming.
Perfect example. Like I wasn't like, hey, 2K, when the Yankees get eliminated, can you get like a brand new like fucking Yankees lose video that's also super time sensitive to something that we just did an hour and a half ago? Can you do that? Like, didn't even have to say a word. He just had it ready. It was already posted within, I don't know, 3 minutes after the final out was recorded.
Yeah.
It's the gold bottles video. There was different renditions of that this year.
OOC.
The Yankees lose video. That was 2K.
What has he
All
done?
the out of context videos.
Man,
like,
I'm telling you.
I feel like there are people that listen to Section 10, obviously, for the ball talk and for the Red Sox talk, but it is it's the sitcom that people stay for. It's like, come for the ball talk, stay for the sitcom. And he, again, without me having to be like, oh, make sure you clip this or that, he just we record an episode, and then the next morning I know what's going to be on out of context, and he just drills it every single time. And it's those clips that I think is a big help in grabbing new audience, because if you're just like, why would I listen to a baseball podcast? It's like, oh, because T does shit like this. So 2K, a huge reason why I think Section 10 was so successful this year. And it's a secret weapon. Like, if your show doesn't have a 2K, you are not doing it correctly. Corey with the graphics, he just, again, that's another guy where I know exactly what it's going to look like in my brain, and then he just comes out and crushes it. He's also the designer for our merch now. So it's like, hey, we have this idea. It would look great on a hoodie or a t-shirt or a hat. And then he just spits it out, and there's hardly ever any, maybe try it like this. It's just like, nope, yep, nailed it every single time. We're very, very lucky that our team is, again, across the board, the best in the world at what they do. It's hard to find people that are so passionate about their jobs, that are the best at what they do. And also, I've said this about Steve maybe one time, and, you took the video and you're just like, I'm going to keep this forever. It's true about Steve as well. Finding people that it's not just a job, they care about the product. They care about the people on the show, and they care about the presentation. It means something to them. As much as it means to the people that started it, like everyone kind of came on at their own different times. But I put our team up against anyone in the world. Like, I don't care what kind of content you're creating, if it's even in the baseball world, if it's in the sports world, if it's in any other vertical, I put our team up against anyone else's, and all you can do is match us. I don't think that you can exceed us. I've obviously in years past, I've sucked Steve's dick and T's dick and Coley's dick. I think the world of them. I think this was our best season ever in terms of creating content. I called it at the beginning of the year. I think it's the year of T. Tyler was a big reason why I was so excited about making the playoffs this year, because I just wanted to see him have that recognition and see, like the the late nights when you're fucking going to bed at 1:30 in the morning and waking up at 4 so you can do your day job, that it's all worth it in the end when you stand up on that stage and you see a sold out House of Blues and people are going nuts for Tyler Milliken, and Martha gets to be there and your family gets to see that. Like that's the shit that keeps me going. Stephen Coley, I mean, yeah, I've talked about this a million times with you guys, but you guys are the fucking best. And the show is not the same without either one of you. I think everyone brings a little something different to the table. That's why it works. Nothing is redundant. It's just four brains that think differently and behave differently, but it's just the perfect blend. And I think that's why even non-Red Sox fans listen to the show. So I'm very lucky to have all you guys. And then the last big shout out to Underdog, because they saw the vision when it could have been a hard left, and T and I could have been doing something, and Coley's in one place and Steve's in another, and they were the company that stepped up and said, we're putting Section 10 back together. And not only that, but this was the first stop in my entire career where a company said, what do you need? And I told them what we needed, and they were like, boom, done. And it was the first time that we had a team that was kind of like handpicked by us, which is why everything is so fucking great, is because we know what we need to go. And Underdog wasn't like, oh, but try one of our guys. No, they were just like, these are your guys, plug and play. Let's go. Let's see what happens. So a huge thank you to Underdog for letting us do what we do and having the confidence in us to execute it every single day. And yeah, I mean, I think everyone here should be really proud of themselves for what they did this season, because it's a lot. Again, as we sit here at 1:24 a.m., I know you got like, it's easy for me. I just get to go upstairs. You guys have to go home. T has to wake up for work tomorrow. Coley has to wake up and be a dad. It's a big commitment from all of us. It's a dream job, but it is a sacrifice. And I hope that at the end of the season, everyone sitting in this room and Coley and T, you can look back and be proud of the work that you put in this year, because I think it was all very, very worth it.
That was perfectly said. Yeah, there we go. Clap it up. You're very good at summing all those things up and giving us praise, but you deserve a lot of praise, Jared. You deserve a lot of praise. You're at the top of the food chart here.
Behind the scenes.
There's just no chance that we're obviously sniffing what we're doing without Jared. We all know that, but I don't think you hear that enough. And to T, what T was probably about to say there, and I'll pass the baton to you, T, but I've never seen you do more behind the scenes now in our 10 years of doing this. Like, I think early on it was like, all right, we're in Pete's mom's basement and we'll do it like twice a month. And I think we just text like, yeah, maybe we should do a show tomorrow. I don't know, whatever. Now it's like you're working with Mikey on event stuff. You're working with us on, coordinating when we're going to do live shows, when we're just going to have, interviews, guests, all of that. The connections you have, I think, are incomparable in this space. And we owe you a lot. Obviously, as a team, we all sacrifice a lot. This takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of our effort, but it's so worth it. And it is so fucking worth it for the people that listen to this show and that care so much about this product. We would not be here without us, like without this group, but specifically without you. So, I mean, we owe you everything. And it's just very impressive what you've done, obviously in your career, but specifically this year. It was above and beyond and unlike anything I've personally seen in the 10 years we've done this.
Yeah. Hey, hats off. This year just felt different. This year was a big building year. Obviously, the merch was a big piece of it. The live events was a big piece of it.
I love the back row boys.
Shout out the back row boys. It kind of felt like everything came together and we figured out like what the fuck what are we doing? Like, I'm just excited for the future. I'm excited to keep it rolling. And, a lot of that has to do with the Red Sox being good. A lot of that has to do with the people that listen to this show and stick with us. And again, I've been saying it since the first season that we started the show. Word of mouth is huge for us. There's a lot of competition out there, and it still blows my mind. Like when we did the House of Blues show, was that last week?
Yeah, this all goes by so fast.
Yeah. When we did the House of Blues show last week, to wake up and look at the podcast charts and see Section 10 is the #1 baseball podcast, not the #1 Red Sox podcast, the #1 baseball podcast. That blows my mind. So, shout out to everyone who listens out there, watches on YouTube, and buys the merch, like all that stuff. Like, I don't know if we've talked about it, but like that's how like everyone, like the back row boys, like we make sure that they're feeling appreciated, and the guys on the show that they feel extra appreciated. Yeah, I mean it's a lot of long hours, it's a lot of hard work, but I feel like, when we look back on this year, no part of us is going to be like, I don't feel like we were rewarded for all that hard work. I think that show on Tuesday being
insane.
Yeah, just like thinking about it, like, man, I don't know what the turnout is going to be on 4 days notice. And you guys showed the fuck up for us like that. There's no greater feeling in the world than when I was standing on that stage looking out at the crowd. Like I did it multiple times, like throughout the course of the night, just looking out at the room being like, holy shit. And I think it was yesterday. It was the 7-year anniversary of the first live show we ever did at the Cask. And it was like, we're sitting at this fucking folding table, and like there was a lot of people in the room, but like the picture looks like it's just 10 people there.
I know.
Just like standing right in front of us.
Also, people could barely hear us.
They couldn't hear us
and
at
now
all.
we're at House of Blues, and like in between innings, like boom, boom, boom. Like we have the best sound system.
Yeah, the light
ever.
show. Yeah, just like the side by side was mind blowing, and it's crazy because I'm not a big like look back and reflect guy. I just kind of keep powering through and trying to like keep building little by little on top of it. But when I looked at those like side by side, it was one of those things where you're like, okay, this is almost a decade's worth of work. It is a decade's worth of work to see where it is now, and then to look back from where we started from. And it's like, holy shit, like all those hours that we put in, like this is what it built up to. Like this, because you don't often get to see it. Like I tell Jake, I don't want to know the numbers. Like I see the YouTube ones because they're public, but like the download numbers, I never want to know. Like I don't want to look at an episode and see like one was higher and one was lower. So I'll stop doing what we did on the one that was lower. Like I just kind of do what we feel is best. And if people like it, great. And if they don't, then we'll try harder the next time. Like that's really just how I look at it. But it is, very rewarding to see, the response to the merch drops, the response to the live events, Section 10 night at Fenway, the infamous triple curve, the way that people responded to the giveaway. Like
the third curve, man. They'll be talking about that for a long time.
They're still talking about it. They're still talking about it. But yeah, I just I feel like, for a season that ended not the way that we wanted to, I'm left with a lot of gratitude and appreciation for the guys that I get the pleasure to work with, the privilege to work with, and for all the people that support us no matter what. So a big thank you to everyone who made this season what it was, and it's only going to continue to go up from here.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah.
Type
I
shit.
don't even think we need closing thoughts after that. I mean,
I got one closing thought.
Oh, okay. What do you got?
Happy birthday to my dad.
Hey.
Happy birthday to my dad. October 9th. It's his birthday. It's John Lennon's birthday.
Yeah.
It's a milestone birthday for him. I don't know that he'll want me to say it, but it's a milestone birthday for him. So
what are you getting him?
The
trip. The trip was his gift, right?
We did the trip. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure I think they're doing like the Bruins opener, but yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good on the birthday. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. We'll do something else too, but yeah. Happy birthday to my dad.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone have any final thoughts? T?
No, I liked your final
Nothing
message.
about Luis Perales.
Whoa.
No, nothing I would
Okay.
say would top what you said. So I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay.
He just said no for closing thoughts.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a first. Coley, final thoughts?
Yeah, Luis Perales was very much,
Fuck you.
very clearly ready to become a World Series hero, and the rest of the franchise let him down.
And they need to clean it up with the contrast on those videos.
Yeah, the Arizona Fall League is a multi-billion-dollar industry. They gotta be better.
Did top out at 101.
There's no way he could.
You're done.
Brandon Neely.
You're done.
No, that's it.
Yeah.
Well, in terms of earned runs, okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. Steven, final thoughts?
I love this show. I love doing what we do, and
show.
there's never going to be anything in my life that's close to this. So,
Loving your parents.
Yeah, I love my parents, specifically my dad, like you say. But no, this is awesome. I mean, this is just really cool. We get to do this with our buds, and that you guys love it as much as you do. And yeah, always appreciate, section10merch.com. Anything you buy there, we love that.
Tomorrow.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
Hey, there we go. New drop.
Every drop on the 10th. I will say this drop is going to make, we're going to see Steve in this drop until the day that he dies.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
You sent me some of these and I was giddy.
Yes. I will tell you right now, you will be seeing Steve Peralt in this. You will remember the October 2025 drop for the end of time, because you will never see Steve at Fenway Park not wearing something from this drop.
I cannot wait. I thought you were overselling it at first, and now I'm realizing that this year you haven't oversold stuff.
No,
I got something big coming up, and I'm like, okay, and then it's something massive. So,
let me see.
I cannot wait.
This one's cool. This is just like a regular throwback.
Oh my god, this stuff is all you guys need to know.
Yeah,
it's so good.
That one's cool.
Final designs were approved during this program, and they all look great.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
there's a chance. Forget like seeing me at Fenway I'm not going to wear anything other than this anywhere.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Yeah, I can't wait to wear it. But I mean, my first thought was Steve is gonna live in it. So.
I can't wait. Yeah. I can't wait. They're like, is it Jurassic Park Section 10? Like, what the hell is this?
But that's not a bad idea.
You guys will actually, JP 10 actually sounds great.
We're gonna keep branching out. We can't do everything at once, but we will for sure do more weird collabs. My other final thought before we get out of here: shout out David Ortiz. For sitting in between Derek Jeter and A-Rod.
I can play it.
Please.
Having the guy who just hit 3 home runs in 4 games absolutely dominating the Yankees.
Dale. Yankees lose. Yankees lose. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Hey, let's do it again.
Let's do it again.
Yankees lose.
They just keep doing it.
The Yankees lose. Yankees lose. Let's go, baby. But you don't take it personal. I get it. One more. Yankees lose.
There's nothing Jeter hates
Nuts on the forehead.
Look at him.
I don't think there's anything else left to be said. Vlad, you were awesome. We'll see you in the next round. Go enjoy it, all right?
The best thing is that like A-Rod's a good sport about all that stuff, but Jeter wants to kill him.
Yeah.
I think
TV guy of all time.
Jeter would trade his whole career if it meant David Ortiz was just never born. Like, I think he would have so much.
Or even just simply 04, right? If he could just have that not happen, I think he'd give up another couple World Series.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, sure. If that was, it's, but he think about David Ortiz's last 24 hours. He goes to bed last night. He calls the Yankees starting pitcher Hitler. And then he wakes up the next day. They beat Hitler. And him and the guy that did the beating are laughing in A-Rod and Derek Jeter's faces, like right to him. And then TNT, TBS, after their game ends, the Dodgers and Phillies, you got Pedro, who's your daddy of the day? And he says, Vladdy. And he's just like, fuck, like that's, even when the Yankees beat us in a playoff series, the second they're eliminated, 3 days later, they won 2 more playoff games than us. Yes, they beat us, but this was not some they went 3 and 4 in the playoffs. The second you think you can feel good about it, you got David Ortiz, Vladdy Jr., and Pedro being like, fuck you pussies. And it's just Jeter and A-Rod, who don't even like each other, just have to sit there and eat shit. Like our guys aren't even on the same fucking network and they're still aligned. Their guys they just have to watch David Ortiz laugh in their face with the Blue Jays, who it's just like the Blue Jays are tweeting out Ortiz and
that
Vladdy
is a very good
the
point,
home run derby.
A-Rod and Jeter don't even get the benefit of being like, can you believe this dickhead? It's like, they don't even like each other. So now he's hating everybody on that set.
Yeah. Jeter's sitting there like, it's your fucking fault he can do this. Like,
Not only
why
that,
didn't the PA approve the trade for you to go to Boston? My life would be so much easier.
I think A-Rod can definitely laugh at it, and he's just like, all right, yeah, like whatever.
He's worn the Red Sox jersey for the bit. Like he's done the thing.
It's been a great. He's gone into all of it.
But Jeter, I feel like every time the Yankees get eliminated and he has to show up on TV, it takes him back to being a player, having to face the media after getting eliminated from the postseason. Like there's no part of him is like, well, I didn't have anything to do with it. He's still a forward-facing person within the Yankees organization. So it's like, you lost. Now you talk about it.
And I think he looks down on, like, he's like, you guys are embarrassing me. Like, this is.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Even because
like,
last night you talked about the previous, the show where he's talking about Hitler and all that. Like Jeter, A-Rod was hyping up Schlittler. I hate that last name. It's such a hard one to say, but
it sounds like what Ortiz thought.
It literally sounds like it. But he was hyping up Schlittler, making it seem like he could be Doc Gooden or whatever. And Jeter's like, all right, let's calm down now. To your point, Coley, of like, these guys haven't done shit. Like, let's not talk about the current Yankees like they've sniffed what I've done in my career. And he's like, I think the Yankees will win tomorrow, but they gotta earn it. Like, he has no respect for this
and
team
we
at
know
all.
Jeter, what he did after he retired, he thought he was going to be helping run a team. He thought that's what he was going to be doing. And then he found out, oh, fuck, I ain't that guy. I'm not cut out for that. People don't really want me around like that. And now he's a media guy. And he hates like you guys said, he thinks he's better than a media guy.
Yeah, he looks down on this. Like, I know internally, he's like, how am I here with David Ortiz laughing in my face every night? Like, what am I, whatever amount of money he's paid.
Yeah.
It's like, why I agreed to this? He's just saying that my team and franchise sucks every night. Like
A-Rod's doing it so that he can get back in the good graces of baseball fans. And
I think he's doing a good job.
He is doing a good job. He's rebuilding his brand and his image to hopefully someday get into the Hall of Fame. Jeter has made the money. He's won the World Series titles. He has the Hall of Fame. Like, why? Just go home. Like, you don't have to be there. You don't have to deal with this
can't
shit.
do that. He has to. He sold his soul and to David Ortiz, and David Ortiz carried
for the rest of eternity.
Pocket.
Yeah,
it's unbelievable. It's so funny. It's so funny.
I can watch
All
that
we need is a Red
one
Sox
more time, Vlad. One more time. Let's go.
We haven't got a real Red Sox World Series run with them having to go round by round all the way through. That's what will be peak.
What, Jeter?
Yes, those three having to be out there full blown and just watch Ortiz drag his nuts over their face every night. Oh my God. Please.
I mean, the best was when he had.
I think Jeter would kill him. I think
Jeter would he's going to jump off the monster.
I mean, like we've said with A-Rod, he's been a great sport, but that 18 run, the way he was holding Mookie like he was his son in those post-game interviews, like the way he embraces a Sox team that's buzzing is unlike any other alumni you could possibly have.
Yeah.
That's why Jeter hates him. Like that's
yeah.
It's the best. Yeah,
it's so great for us. It's a little gift. Like, okay, our team's out, but we get to see him just laugh at the Yankees. It's great.
Yeah, like
they represent us. I love it.
Can I talk shit to Cam Schlitter? No, definitely not. I'm going to, but like, can David Ortiz talk shit to A-Rod and Jeter? He sure can. 100%. He sure fucking can.
Forever. That's just an eternity thing.
Forever. Yeah, all their careers are done.
Yeah.
There's nothing that they can do about it.
They can't change it. Yeah. You can see it on Jeter's face. Like, I can't do anything about this.
Anything.
I won so many World Series titles.
So much. And I have to eat it from this Dominican guy. This is the worst.
There's nothing you can do.
When I played him, I couldn't do anything. Now I certainly can do less. Like
And unlike either one of them, went out as like still a very good baseball player at the top of his game.
Yeah. This isn't even like a Eli Brady thing either, because like the title gap isn't even like that gargantuan, and it's not like Ortiz isn't like, oh, he just got plucky and lucky a couple times. Like, no, Jay Hay was talking about Judge's stats from this series and how it was like the third highest on base for a series, and then it's like, oh, who's won? Oh, it's David Ortiz in 2013. And it's like, oh, Judge hit 600 and lost, and it's like, oh yeah, David Ortiz hit 710 against the Cardinals. It's just like, yeah, that's good luck, guys.
Yeah. It's tough.
Shout out Pedro. Truly the best GM in Red Sox history.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Steve, final thoughts?
I know my final thought was I love the 10, bro.
Oh,
and the
right.
listeners, I already said it. So I'll just say
His
it again.
dad.
Say it again.
Love the 10.
Jake's takes.
I fucking love you guys. I fucking love the Red Sox, and I fucking hate Cam Schlittler. Let's go Bees, baby.
Let's go Bees. Oh, I'm so excited for the Bees, dude. Hit the horn, Bees.
All right. When will we be back?
Probably in a week.
All right, next
Couple
week.
months.
What's today?
I've lost
Today's
track.
Thursday. Today's Thursday.
Thursday.
All right, we'll be back
It's
next
your dad's
week.
birthday.
Right.
Yeah, shout out my
Papa.
dad. That's weird. We're back next week. We're gonna try and get Will and Loomer, and the off season rolls on. And yeah, we'll have an official announcement for the Halloween costume party, Section 10, October 24th.
Mhm.
Game on. We'll put like official announcement out there and all that shit. Very much
Section10merch.com.
Section10merch.com. The official drop is on the 10th. You won't want to miss this one. It's a good one. Ba-do, do.
Buenas noches, amigos.